what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Oh, wow. Hey, folks. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where I got to work on my lighting. How we doing here? I mean, can I blend in a little bit better? I don't want to blend in. I'm in the Bronx with these awful Yankee fans. I shouldn't blend in. I stick out like a sore thumb, folks. All right. It looked better. It did look better at one point. Welcome, folks. Greetings. This is live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be playing their final game of the 2025 regular season against the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York City, United States of America, North America, Western Hemisphere, Earth, solar system, galaxy, Milky Way, universe. Yeah, how you doing, everybody? This is weird. I don't think I'm going to have more than like one day off, and then I'm going to start calling a wild card round somewhere, but it's weird for a baseball season to end. And it's even weirder when the season began. You had every reason to think you were going to play some baseball in October, but here we are, 28th of September, playing our final game of 2025. We are 75-86. A win today would end us 10 games below 500. A loss would mean 12 under. It has been pretty bad. 2 seasons ago, we won 101. Last year, we won 10 less games than that. And this year, even if we win to get today, it'll be 15 less games than last year. Doesn't really seem like a good direction. Does kind of seem like something went wrong somewhere. And, the only way to really fix something that goes this wrong is to identify a problem, perhaps hold parties responsible. Accountability, folks. It's a concept that seems to be going the way of the dodo bird, but we aren't the dodo birds. We're the Orioles. How about we get our act together and figure things out for 2026? That would be nice. I got some coffee here that needs attention. Right. This game is going to get started quicker than I probably think because I got a lot on my mind. There's a lot to talk about. There's football going on right now. Things are a little bit haywire. If you're here today, thank you so much for being here, folks. That's number one. I really appreciate the turnout, any kind of turnout today. This final game of the season, of course, doesn't have any kind of impact on how we're going to finish, where we're going to finish. It's just playing for pride, and hopefully beating the Yankees today will be the reason why they don't clinch the division. We would like to be a reason for them to not clinch. Toronto can take care of their own business by winning today, but we can make it hurt one way or another with a win over the Yankees. And folks, nobody wants to be swept by the Yankees. We've lost the first 2 games of this series by a combined score of 14-5, 6-1 yesterday. It hasn't been a whole lot of fun here in this final series of the season. So let's, if only one more time, let's get our act together. We've got a lineup out here with not a single player at 70 RBI on the season. Home run leader is sitting on 17 home runs. It's just remarkable. It is remarkable looking at this lineup, which features a lot of names that you would assume are going to be big parts of next year. Averages like 219, 198, 231, 223, 198 again. What went wrong, folks? Somebody be held accountable, please, so we can play some winning baseball again next year. I kind of got used to the whole winning thing these last couple of years. Maybe I'm greedy. Maybe I'm spoiled. I don't know. But yeah, we've got today on the mound, making the final start for the Orioles, is Kyle Bradish. Bradish has looked really good since his return from injury. He's made 5 starts. I think this is number 6. Only a 2-decision record, 1 win, 1 loss, but a 2.25 ERA and a whip of a flat 1. 28 innings, just 18 hits, 10 walks, which would be nice to cut that down a little bit. A couple of home run balls, 28 innings, that's fine, particularly compared to most of our starters in our rotation. 1 home run per 14 innings, that's fine by me. And 39 strikeouts in 28 innings. He's clearly going to be this team's strikeout leader next season if he can stay healthy. This year, in case you were wondering, it's Dean Kramer. And speaking of Dean Kramer, guess what, folks? Don't be surprised if you don't see Dino come into the game today. Apparently, he is a couple of innings short of reaching his career high in innings pitched. And it's been reported now more than once that he and the Orioles have talked about entering this ball game today in order to achieve a milestone. I'm okay with it, I guess. It's not like he's pitching on short rest necessarily, because we've had a 6-man rotation, and he would be pitching tomorrow if there were a game. So that's the idea behind that with Kramer. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I got coffee here, but nothing to stir everything up with. Oh, that just broke. What was that? Okay. Hey, everybody. So, yeah, we got baseball starting here in about 5 minutes. And starting lineups here in just a sec. Kyle Bradish will be facing Luis Heel for the Yankees. We might have seen him once this season. I don't remember seeing him much. He's only pitched 52 innings. He has a record of 4-1 with a 3.29 ERA. 1.44 whip, though, which not too good. So good record. But it looks like he's been a little bit lucky, both with perhaps stranding runners on base and getting some pretty good run support from the Yankee offense as well with that 4-1 record. Starting lineups for the visiting Orioles. Final lineup card of the season has Jackson Holliday leading off and playing second base. Jordan Westburg will hit second and play third. Gunnar Henderson, the shortstop, will hit third. Tyler O'Neill playing in the field, right field, cleanup hitter. Adley Rutschman will hit fifth and do the catching. Ryan Mountcastle's DHing today. He is hitting sixth. Dylan Beavers will bat seventh and play in left field. Colton Cowser will hit eighth and play in center field. And Kobe Mayo batting ninth at first base. For the Yankees, Trent Grisham is in center field leading off. Ben Rice at first base hitting second. Aaron Judge, probably 24 hours or so away from finding out if he's won an MVP award. He will be batting third and playing in right field. Cody Bellinger in left field, the cleanup hitter. Giancarlo Stanton batting fifth and DHing, as you would expect. Austin Wells will do the catching and hit sixth. Anthony Volpe, shortstop, hitting seventh. Ryan McMahon at third base hitting eighth and batting ninth. Jose Caballero, he is at second base. Again, the Yankees, they are tied with Toronto with 93 wins. They've won 7 games in a row. They still have a shot at winning the division and getting a first-round bye in the playoffs. In order to do so, the Yankees or the Blue Jays have to lose today, and the Yankees have to win. Let's not let them win. That's about all I got. Let's get this game up. Are we ready for this, folks? One more time. One more time until the final week of March 2026. Cheers, everybody. Kyle Bradish. They've got a cute little stat up. It says Brad to the bone. Get it? Because Bradish. Hey, Charm City chat. How are the early numbers looking? We got a few dozen people in here. I know there's NFL going on. I know the Ravens have a big game coming up in about an hour, hour and a half. A lot of you might want to be checking out around that time, especially if the game isn't looking so good on this end. All understandable. All understandable. Ravens are playing the Chiefs. DC, if you're a Commanders fan, they're playing the Falcons in the 1 o'clock game. Last I checked, the Falcons had a lead at halftime, which, wow, they're up by 11 with halfway through the third quarter. Commanders need to get jump-started here. I guess Jaden Daniels is still down. It's Marcus Mariota at quarterback. But the Falcons, last week, I think, didn't they get, shut out by the Panthers or something? That's the NFL for you, folks. Means not for long, right? Did you see what I just put in the Discord about Adley? No, I did not. Is it time sensitive? Should I be looking? Let me know. Charm City chat, who's here? We got Queen Tanya, Frank Baker, Michael, Chilo, Frank W., Bam, David in France. David, thanks again for your contribution through the Ko-Fi website, helping out me. You're helping me out. I appreciate it. Danjo is here. Phantom, Froggy, Serena saying hello. George Ford is here. Ms. Janet. Yes, you should look. Okay. Okay. First pitch is right now. That's the one thing. Hold on a sec. All right, this is saying right now, Janet. This better be something pretty significant. Pretty significant. Let's see. Well, maybe we won't see first pitch. What's going on? Your browser blocks and can mute auto-playing media. Be able to... What are you doing? Just get to the game. Why don't you get... What are you doing? Not today. Not right now. What are you doing? It's not giving me the option to go full screen. Or hit the live button. Like a box that won't open. Okay, there we go. And then it just... What the hell are you doing? I don't know if the game has started or not. Hey, Doug's here. Hi, Doug. God, you are sad, dude. Really? Just waiting for this? Hi, Doug. Yankees own you. Yeah, but you don't. That's the thing, Doug. You know, I could have kicked it permanently off this channel anytime I wanted to yesterday. I gave you a 24-hour timeout just to see how desperate you were to come back, and look at you, Doug. There you are. I have to admit, Doug, I went back and listened to a little bit of our exchange yesterday, and wow, did you get your ass handed to you, buddy? I apologize. Some of the things I said were downright hurtful. But anyway, have yourself a nice playoff. I hope you don't have a Yankee fifth inning like you did in the World Series last year and completely shit the bed again. We wouldn't want that to happen again now, would we? Now, would we, Doug? Fuck off for life. Bye. All right, Jackson Holiday is in the on-deck circle. Yeah, right, Doug. That was the permanent ban button. Hey, Snowflake, you won't let me talk. No, I kept letting you talk. I kept letting you come back to make yourself look stupid. Now you're gone. Because you know why? It's the last game of the season, and today isn't about you. It's about the bird watchers out here enjoying one more game before winter, okay? Fuck off. All right. This game's about to get started. Isn't this fun, folks? Isn't Doug a hoot? Anyway. I love it, man. I knew he'd be back. God, it's so predictable. Everything he did, I predicted right out of the gate. First thing he says, I'm like, what's next? 27 rings? He types in 27 rings as I'm saying it. Like, dude, you are way too predictable, my friend. Go back and listen to that exchange yesterday, Doug. Maybe learn a thing or two about how to insult somebody effectively. You need work. All right, Boston is currently playing the Tigers. Tampa and Toronto, Minnesota, Philly. A lot of games are starting. Well, all games are starting sometime within the 3 o'clock hour. So we're going to get a lot of information. First pitch of the ball game, the Jackson Holiday is inside for ball one. Next pitch is in there for a strike. We are underway, folks. Final game of the regular season. Holiday hitting .242. Luis Heal's next pitch is swung on and missed. A fastball at 96. All right. Looks like a lot of... it looks like this stadium will fill up. Because there are some seats in the far reaches of the bleachers that are packed. But a lot of empty seats still out here as well. Pop up to right field. Aaron Judge camped under it. Will make the catch. Holiday flies out to right to begin the ball game. Defensively for the Yankees, Bellinger in left, Grisham in center, Judge in right, McMahon at third, Volpe in short, Caballero at second, and Ben Rice at first. Austin Wells doing the catching. Here is Jordan Westburg, folks. And he looks at a fastball a little bit high for ball one. 262 average for Westburg, 16 homers and 40 RBI.
Well, West is that way.
All right. Did I re-dye my beard? I've never dyed it, but another facelift? Or do shrooms in your mom's Oh, Doug, because that's the same name as your other screen name, Doug. Oh, so it's you again. And this is an attempt at an insult. Get a load of this, folks, as Westburg hits a shallow pop-up to right field. Judge makes the catch. 2 outs on 2 pop-outs to right. Doug, man, it's getting sadder for you by the minute. Honestly. How long do you think this account is going to last, Doug? I mean, do you want to sneak in another comment quickly? Did you re-dye your beard? Like, what is the insult there? Gunnar Henderson looks at ball one outside. Just so you know, here's me, right? Normally when you dye your beard, you tend to want to get rid of the gray parts that are there. Otherwise, why are you dyeing your beard? I don't know, but what other... And a facelift. What are you saying? That like I've got a really perfectly chiseled face? I must have had a facelift? Thanks for the compliment, I guess. Here's a line drive to left by Gunnar, caught out there by Bellinger to end the inning. The Orioles go 1-2-3 on Luis Heel. Bottom of the first coming up. No score. Yankees coming up to hit. And what was the third attempt? What was the third awful attempt? Oh, my mom's basement. Yeah, right. Because, you know, that's what you do when you live on the other side of the planet, here in your mom's basement. Dude, you haven't touched grass since the Obama administration, I'm assuming. But, yeah, thanks once again for your wonderful attempts at trying to make me feel, I don't know, rattled, I guess? What is the actual end game here, Doug? Am I supposed to feel rattled? Or is it just the attention? Is it just the attention that you desperately need? I don't know. I would say the latter, because it's relatively clear that I'm perfectly fine. How you doing? And the fact that you had to make a second account, I would, yeah. I would go ahead and assume. Yeah, Doug, it's a little bit sad, dude. Yankees are coming up to hit. How about that? Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, Aaron Judge to face Kyle Bradish. Is that true? The Vikings have to play back-to-back weekends out of the country? Paul, I don't plan on it. I already removed his first account permanently. I hope you'll bear with me. I hope that fooling around with Doug in 1/2 inning of a game isn't going to drive you away. Hey, look, Doug, with a third account. Doug, do you want to at least change your first name to try and pretend like you're somebody else? Now you're an Astros fan, by the way. Why do you have an Astros avatar, Mr. Yankee fan? That's some loyalty you're showing there. Just another feather in your cap. You really are a douchebag, aren't you? Trent Grisham, first pitch is a strike. And Bradish comes back with a fastball top of the zone for strike 2. Grisham is hitting .236. He's got, 33, 34 home runs on the season.
I'm gonna ruin this guy's live stream.
You're really cool, Doug. 0-2 pitch is about shoulder high for ball one. Sheila, I'll give you a summary later. Don't worry. 1-2, hit on the ground, foul. We'll do it again. I hope you're not running out of accounts, Doug. One and two on Grisham, leading off the bottom of the first. And Bradish's pitch is swung on and fouled away. Orioles are wearing their black Oriole jersey tops with the orange trim and the gray pants. Yankees on their traditional home pinstripes. That is a called strike three, a slider on the inside edge. And Bradish, first out of the day, is a punch out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
He's right back at it again. Kyle Bradish, he's a strikeout pitcher. Ben Rice, first pitch swinging, got a fastball, got a lot of it. That ball's hit deep, and that ball is gone. Ben Rice hits one out to center field, just clearing the wall by a few feet. And the Yankees jump ahead in the first inning again. A solo home run off the bat of Ben Rice. Why the Masson team is showing us Trent Grisham's home run total, I don't know. Another mistake in their department. That is Ben Rice's 25th home run of the season. 421 feet to straightaway center field. Another home run ball given up by an Orioles starter in the first inning. Even Bradish with that stuff of his. He only had given up 2 home run balls in 28 innings coming into today. Make it 3 in 28 and a third. Here's Aaron Judge. 1-0 pitch to him is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Judge has never gotten a hit off of Bradish. Knock on wood. He's 0 for 7. That is pretty impressive. Pitch is low, 2-1 on Judge. Yeah, keep trying pretending to be a Yankee fan, but is actually an Astro fan, now using his second Astro account. God, you're desperate. Ground ball hits softly to third. Westberg charges, throws on the run, and gets Judge for the second out. Bro, honestly, just think about what you're doing right now. You are attempting with all of your might to try to disrupt a live stream of a channel simply because the guy whose skin you attempted to get under turned it around on you and took a big shit on you, roasted you for about a half an hour straight. You're mad. You want some kind of revenge when there's none to be had. Here's a ground ball to second base by Bellinger. Over to first in time, and the inning is over. The Yankees, a solo home run off the bat of Ben Rice, take an early lead. We go to the second. Yankees 1, Orioles nothing. Profile pick is Jose Altuve. Yeah, he keeps switching. He was apparently this vaunted Yankee. He's just a troll. He's actually really sad. He's not even like a fan of anything. He's a fan of being an asshole. That's what he's a fan of. And me saying something like that to him gets his jollies off. It's so weird. And it's very peculiar, sir, just so you know, because this is the legacy you're creating, sir. We all get one life. And I don't know how old you are, sir, but you may realize as time goes on that life is precious, time is limited, and, you want to leave behind something, some kind of a legacy. This appears to be yours. It's pretty sad. Wouldn't you think? I mean, just look in the mirror, take a good look, all the way past your eyeballs, all the way in there. Take a look, man. Figure it out, all right? Whatever's bothering you, it was bothering you before you met me. I can guarantee you that. So just take some stock in yourself, all right? That's my best advice. That's me being, honest without trying to rag on you. Figure it out, dude. Okay? Because right now, you're just one in a sea of millions of online douchebags. You don't even stand apart. It's, stand apart. Be an individual. Have something of merit to say sometime. We are underway in the top of the second inning. I think I'm done with Doug. We'll see. Tyler O'Neill's leading off. First pitch to him is a strike from Louis Heel. And the next one is a slider. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Neill needs a couple of hits today to get that average over 200. Maybe one might do it. He's at 198. One will probably get him over 200 if he hit it now, but if he were to then have 3 straight hitless at bats, it might dip back down. He might need a 2-hit day. He's got a count of 3 balls and a strike, leading off the top of the second inning. Wow, the Falcons have put up 31. O'Neill with a high fly ball to left. It's not deep. Bellinger waiting and makes the catch. O'Neill with a pop up to left. And that 198 average goes down a little bit more. Adley Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Oh, yeah. I forgot, Janet. I've been distracted between innings here in the beginning of the ball game. Could you tell? I'm about to take a look. Adley at the plate right now, hitting .223. Batting from the left side, looks at that's ball 1 outside, 97 miles an hour. Fouled back, 1 ball and 1 strike. Doug, what's the problem? Have you run out of accounts, man? Doug's scrambling right now to sign up to Prodigy.com to get a new account. What's the matter, Doug? You can't use your MySpace account? Do you have net zero? Here's a ground ball to second base. Caballero will make the play. Rutschman is retired, 2 down. Orioles are looking for their first base runner of the ball game here. Been a little too easy for Louis Heel to begin the ball game. Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch, he swings and fouls it back. Oh, yeah. America Online. Yeah, I think I remember seeing Doug's AOL screen name once on an episode of To Catch a Predator. Mountcastle's got a 12-game hitting streak at Yankee Stadium. I did not know that. This ball's hit in the air to left center field. Bellinger looks like he'll take it. He does, and the inning is over. The Orioles 6 up, 6 down in the first 2 innings at the plate. Bottom of the second coming up, 1-0 Yankees. All right, folks, I got a pinned message in the chat. Just want to throw it out there. This is the final game of the regular season. I do expect many of you to not be seen too much in these parts until this spring, which means the channel is going to be in its off-season months. So forgive me for pandering, but I have put up in the pinned message at the top of the screen a link to the Ko-Fi website where, if you'd like to, in fact, it's scrolling at the bottom of your screen, or it was. I'm looking at a replay that's about 10 seconds behind. Where you can, help keep this channel getting through the tough months coming up. There is content planned. This is not going to be like last off season, where I felt like I had built up a really nice first year and earned the ability to spend the off season going back to a normal schedule and enjoying living life out here. But this channel means more to me than anything else. I'm going to grind my ass off all the way through the winter months. I'll take a little bit of time off here and there if I need it. But we got playoff games coming up in October. If you hadn't heard already, I'm locked in on covering for the wild card round the Padres versus the Cubs. It's just an appealing matchup, I think. If you're an Oriole fan, you got the Padres with Ramon Laureano and Ryan O'Hearn playing significant roles on that team. So we can kind of track their progress. And the Cubs, Wrigley Field, probably going to be some day games. I love it. I love calling games at Wrigley Field. It's my favorite ballpark that isn't in downtown Baltimore. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. First pitch is a strike. We're in the bottom of the second. And a slider from Bradish bounces in there for ball 1. Stanton has been a nightmare for Baltimore this weekend. 3 home runs in the first 2 games. 2 of them off of Tomoyuki Sagano. Or was it 2 off of Rogers and 1 off Sagano? Or the other way around? Either way, it's a memory I don't want to hold. I just know he's giving us fits here this weekend. Trying to keep him quiet today. It's a 1-2 count on Stanton. There it is. Swing and a miss on a beautiful slider by Bradish. Unhittable pitch. My. Where did that pitch hit? Right there in that corner. You see that? Nice location. It was about 3 inches outside after starting on the edge of the zone. Sliding off the plate a little bit. All right, 1 away for Austin Wells. He looks at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Which stadium, Phantom? Wrigley Field. 0-1 to Wells is fouled straight back. The count is 0-2. I'm still bitter about... I met a tour manager for a band, and I can't even remember what band it was. It was a bigger band. While I was working at the 930 Club in D.C., God, I can't remember the name of the band, but they were a larger band. They were there for 2 nights. So I got to know the tour manager. We were hanging out for a few hours each night. And on the second night, he said, I got a trivia question there for you, buddy. And if you can answer it right, I will all expense pay for you to go to any ballpark in the country you want. Because we were talking baseball and how much we love baseball. And he said, I got a trivia question for you, and if you get it right, I will, all expense paid, take you to any ballpark, any city, you name it. And I said, that's a deal to me. Here's a swing and a miss. Austin Wells strikes out. Second punch out for Bradish. I should say second punch out in this inning. I believe is that his second or third strikeout? Let me wait on that.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Anthony Volpe at the plate with 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Another good-looking slider from Bradish. He is peppering that low outside part of the plate to right-handers. And the best you can do is maybe foul that pitch off. Well, the best you can do is lay off, but if you're going to swing, the best result with that pitch location is a foul ball. This one misses outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Volpe, who's hitting .211. Called a strike on the outside edge with a sinker, and it's 1-2. So what was the trivia question? I know everybody's wondering. I need to kind of remember exactly how it was asked to me because it's been this is about 20 years ago now. This pitch is away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I might have to, as I attempt to explain this trivia question, I might have to correct myself along the way. How does this go? So we're talking about 2 athletes that attended the same university, same college. 2-2 is hit into left. That ball is going to bloop in there for a 2-out single by Volpe. And boy, that little hand gesture he made toward the dugout looked a whole lot like the turn on the sprinkler gesture that we use. What are you doing that for? That's our move. Ryan McMahon. I'll try to get to that trivia question and look at this Rutschman thing here after we get this third out. Ryan McMahon hitting .215, looks at a pitch a little bit outside for ball 1. 20 homer season for McMahon. He started the year with the Rockies. That's where he had spent, I believe, his entire career until a deadline trade. The 1-0 to McMahon is swung on and missed. A slider from Bradish. Appears to be his best pitch in his arsenal today, that slider. Apparently, Commanders are 1 touchdown away from tying it up. Chilo, I'm just going to have to, I guess, live with the fact that you somehow call yourself an Oriole fan and a New England Patriot fan at the same time. I mean, nobody's perfect. 1-1 pitch, just off the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down, runner at first for the Yankees. They have a 1-0 lead. Who thinks Tony Mansolino is going to get named the manager for 2026 at the press conference tomorrow when he sits down with Mike Elias? I don't think, but it's more out of me not wanting that to happen, not because I'm trying to make a prediction, but I hope not. I hope not. I mean, all that tells me is that the Orioles were unsuccessful in finding a more proven manager that would probably be an upgrade. But there you go. Whatever happened to Buck Britton? I thought he was the sexy name within our organization. I thought the whole thing about Buck not getting the interim job this year was that they didn't want to throw him into the fire the way they did with Mansolino. They wanted to groom him to sort of take over the team from the start of a season. 2-2 to McMahon. Swung on and missed. Strikes out. The inning is over. Bradish is racking up the Ks again.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
The Yankees leave a man on. We go to the bottom of the top of the third. Excuse me. It's 1-0 Yankees. So yeah, I'm hoping it's a big old no. But I also haven't read any sort of official press release talking about a conference tomorrow where they're saying already that Elias and Mansalina are going to sit down together in front of a microphone. That certainly sounds like something. Doesn't sound like something you do if, the front office has decided to not retain Mansalino. Why? Usually that's just a quiet announcement, a released statement. You don't bring the guy that you're firing in to tell him to his face in front of cameras and stuff. So, yeah, the fact, if you're telling me they're setting up a conference tomorrow, that doesn't bode well if you don't want Mansalino to be the manager. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, if that's what happens, if Mansalino is officially named the 2026 manager, it's going to leave a bad taste in my mouth all off season. That's not how I want to start addressing, non-player positions around this franchise. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. Oh, my. Yeah, Tony was at third base, and then now Buck's over there. All right, Dylan Beavers, folks. Final game of the season. Show me your Beavers. Might be the last time I ever see those Beavers in 2025. That's a lot of months without Beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. 231 average, 4 homers, 14 driven in for Beavers as he takes a 1-0 pitch high. I think that was pitch 2. I've come to realize I can't really depend on the Masson scoreboard anymore. They make too many mistakes. Check swing, appeal, Beavers went. And according to Masson, the count is a ball and a strike. They might be right. They may be right. I may be crazy. But it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Beavers fouls it away. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. I need a lucky. So, who brought that up before? Was it Charm City? I mean, could you maybe reply to me now? Is that the deal? There is a press conference tomorrow that's already been announced involving Elias and Mansalino. Could you let me know where that was announced? Can you let me know when it's going to happen? Give me the info. That pitch is outside. We got a full count on Beavers in the first bugle of the day. Payoff pitch, low, ball 4. All he does is get on base.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All he does is get on base. That's my Beavers. He saw a lot of pitches there. 7 pitches, draws a walk. That sounds like leadoff man material to me. I don't know what you come to do. Here's Colton Cowser. Big cut and a miss on a changeup. First pitch. He wanted a fastball. Got the off speed. And he's behind 0-1. 198 the average for Cowser. He's going to need a couple of hits. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back changeups, and this one was not even a strike. He chased. It's 0-2. Wonder how Doug's doing. Oh, Doug. Oh, he said my name again. I'm living rent-free. No, I'm having flashbacks to interacting with you, and it's making me laugh. That's all that is, buddy. Don't get it confused. 1 ball, 2 strike on Cowser. Pitch. Off the plate, 2-2. We got a runner at first and nobody out. Looking to tie or take the lead here. The Yankees up 1-0 in the top of the third. Did they just check on Beavers? What's taking so long here? Still waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Beavers has a bit of a lead over at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Cowser strikes out again. All 3 changeups swung on and missed. Cowser's got a lot to do this winter, and we need somebody other than Cody Ashley to help him out. Here's a stolen base attempt, and Beavers apparently nailed at second. He's still standing at the bag. Now he's coming in. I guess nothing to check in terms of a challenge with this. We've got yet another runner thrown out on the bases, apparently. Austin Wells with the throw down. Throw bounced in there. Still got the tag down. We didn't get that hand in? No, we didn't. Beavers is nailed. Kobe Mayo. 0-1 pitch is up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out. Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Can't hit the changeup, can't hit a breaking ball either, Phantom. And when he does hit the fastball, sometimes you get a good result, but even just fastball hitting, it's not great for Colton Cowser. But yeah, any non-fastball pitch, it's been pretty bad. Kobe Mayo takes high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on, top of the third. That ball's popped up. On the left side, shallow left field. Bellinger waiting on it, makes the catch. Inning over. The Orioles got their first base runner. And then that base runner proceeded to get thrown out trying to steal. Dylan Beavers a walk and a caught stealing, so Luis Gil has faced the minimum through the first 3 innings. We go to the 4th. Yankees lead it 1-0. All right, so you're telling me the Commanders are down a touchdown, 3:04 to go in the game, but the Falcons have the ball. DC with 1 timeout. Meanwhile, Ravens will be getting started, in about 40 minutes? I need a lucky, folks. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster.
All right, I am in the Discord. What am I looking at? In today's New York newspaper, AL anti-MVP, Adley Rutschman. The blame for Baltimore's plummet from consecutive playoffs to season-long non-contention has been placed on pitching issues, notably a rotation that early combined injury with ineffectiveness. That obscures how disappointing the core of young homegrown Oriole hitters who seemed on the rise have been. We pick Rutschman as the face, since he was the first pick of top baseball executive Mike Elias' tenure in 2019 and was supposed to be the tent pole. Instead, the past 2 years has been marked by injury and a strong downturn in performance. He's not alone. Gunnar Henderson has been good, but not as good as last year. Jordan Westberg has not shaken the injury bug. Jackson Holliday is still yet to approach his advanced tout. Colton Cowser, Heston Kjerstad, and Kobe Mayo were not good. Yeah. Well, so what are we doing? How am I supposed to react to this? What do you want me to tell you? Not everything in that little write-up is wrong. But I honestly, I don't want to, I don't want to pick out any individual player. Like, they're talking about Westberg with the injury bug. Look, I don't think Westberg's made of glass. I've seen the injuries he's taken. Been legit injuries. It's just bad luck for Westberg. I think Westberg will, not be an injury problem year in and year out, like a Tyler O'Neill kind of a situation. I don't think that's going to be the case. But we got a 2-2 count on Jose Caballero. It's a 3-2 count now. You telling me I don't have a lighter within arm's reach? All right. The payoff pitch to Caballero. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Bradish. Folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, I mean, it's a New York newspaper write-up, so whatever. I'd like to hear some Baltimore sport journalists give a similar evaluation and see who they want to pin the biggest blame on amongst the players. Here's a pop-up on the infield by Trent Grisham. Kobe Mayo will call everybody off to make the catch. 2 down in the bottom of the third. Where the hell am I? Oh, yeah. I'll be right back. Where's this? Pitch is ball 1 to Ben Rice. His home run in the first, the only score of the game. A solo home run to center field. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rice. Yeah, if Westberg's healthy, he's fine. If Westberg is healthy, he's fine. This pitch is popped up right on the lip of the outfield grass. The shortstop, Gunnar, makes the catch. That's 3 innings in the books for Bradish. 1 mistake pitch gave the Yankees the lead with that first inning home run, but otherwise he's looking good again. On to the fourth inning. It's 1-0 Yankees. Yeah. I mean, I think we all can sit down. I'm actually going to put together a BW podcast shortly after the season ends. Probably an off day. I don't think it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to just, relax. Because I don't think the wild card round starts until the day after tomorrow. So, yeah. But probably between the wild card round and the division round, I'm going to have a stream on the channel here. The 2025 Orioles audit. That's right. I'm a bill collector, and I'm going to go down this roster. I'm going to look at everybody, and I'm going to evaluate who has regressed, who has improved, and in what areas. You feel me? What needs to be worked on the most, right? Like with Jackson Holiday, I think it's pretty obvious. The base running. He has more than one thing to work on, but that's the biggest one. He was the worst at base running of just about any player in baseball this season. At least anybody that's supposed to know how to run and has speed. It just really bad. I remember somebody in the chat going, well, they'll just have to work on it in spring training. I'm like, this was back in June. I'm like, really? They can't just do something pregame on the field? Just run some drills, do something? A couple of pointers? We got to wait till spring to address this glaring issue? All right, well, the season's over after today. Let's work on that, Mr. Holiday. Speaking of, Jackson's leading off right now, and the first pitch is way outside, up and away for ball one. Next pitch, outside again, 2-0. I mean, when it comes to hitting for Holiday, the average is not where you want to see it. You want to see some more extra base hits. That's a called strike. Tough call there on 2-0. Heel gets the outside edge and maybe an extra inch or two. It's 2-1. Here is a tapper foul. Now, look, have I spent my entire life of the last 20 years watching Matt Holliday coach his son Jackson and see exactly how he's coached this kid? No, I haven't been there personally to watch. Here's a hard hit ball to first. Rice will field it and take it to the bag unassisted. Holiday retired. One down in the top of the fourth. But what I do know about the Holiday family is their amazing baseball complex that they have on their property. I mean, it is state of the art. But I look at that complex, and it says to me, we are focused on one thing, hitting. Hitting. I didn't see anything in that complex that might have, spent any amount of time teaching the boy, how to take a lead off the bag, how to get back to that bag, how to know how much of a lead to take. That ball's hit deep by Westberg. That ball's traveling. That ball's going to go! Bye, birdie! West is this way to right center field. Opposite field, homer for Westberg, number 17 on the season. And yeah, that article can kiss my butt. A healthy Westberg is a good Westberg. He just got this game tied up. It's 1-1. All right.
It's magic,
I tell you this, too. Westberg, when he first got called up, he looked a lot younger than he does now. Westberg looks like a guy who's been through something. Holiday still has that cherubic look on his face. Gunnar still looks young. Westberg looks like a guy that's like, all right, I have been in the weeds. I am no longer a spring chicken. Jordan, we need a leader on this team. Good swing, my friend. Good swing. Gunnar Henderson, 2-1 pitch. That's lifted to right field. Short porch here. Is it another Yankee Stadium home run? It is! Bye-bye, birdie! Aaron Judge with a leaping attempt at the short wall and right. But it is a classic Yankee Stadium cheap home run. Gunnar Henderson goes yard, only 355 feet to right, and the Orioles have taken the lead with back-to-back home runs. It's 2-1.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Folks, you know they have that app or website or wherever you can go to figure out whether a home run would be a home run in X amount of ballparks. I can tell you right now, that home run is a home run only here. Here's a ground ball handled by Volpe, but he falls down as he throws to first, and Tyler O'Neill is going to reach. We'll see how they call it. I think they'll be kind to Volpe and call this a hit, as he was asked to go down to get the ball, and then when he got up, he tripped while throwing the baseball. I mean, that is a physical error. Let's see how they score it. They're going to give a single to Tyler O'Neill. All right. Tyler needs it. And we got ourselves another runner on base. One out for Adley Rutschman, the anti-MVP.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
We'll take a look at the scores here in a little bit here, George. All right there, Chilo. I'll see if it'll refresh for us. Hang in there, folks. Hang in there. I got ants, I think, coming in my apartment again. I'm starting to see ants. There's one right there crawling across the screen. It's been months since we've had an Army ant. Here's a ground ball handled by Rice along the first baseline in front of the bag. He'll just tag Adley out coming up the baseline for out number 2. O'Neill gets up to second base with 2 down. All right, I got 2 things to fix. Hang in there, folks. Runner at second, 2 down, 2 runs in for the Orioles. I did hit refresh on that scoreboard. I don't know why it's still saying 1-0, but now I can safely say it's not my fault. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Big swing and a miss. That pitch, 95 from heel for strike 1. That pitch is a little bit low. 1-1 the count on Ryan Mountcastle. Base hit could give the Orioles another run here in the inning. Commanders take the loss. Tough one. Is Daniels expected back next week, Michael? Charlie Morton just walked off the mound for the final time in his career. Thoughts? So long and thanks for all the fish. 1-2 to Mountcastle. Swing and a miss. He chased the high gas above the zone, and the inning is over. But the Orioles take the lead. And it may not say it at the top of your screen, but look at that. Well, now it does. I guess they didn't want us to know until the inning was over. But a Jordan Westburg home run and a Gunnar Henderson home run back-to-back. And a belly-to-belly. The Orioles have the lead, 2-1 going into the bottom of the fourth. All right, 3 hits. Other hit today was from Oh, this ESPN page is all kinds of wrong. They're showing my entire lineup 0 for 1. That is not correct. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you now. If you see some errors with the scoreboard and what have you today, it's not my fault. ESPN is a little wonky right now. It is the Oriole lineup card has 1 through 9 all 0 for 1, except Beavers 0 for 0, which is not true. They are not taking into account the second time through the lineup. All right, so Jays have a 5-3 lead. Where are we at in that ball game, George? Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Steelers beat the Vikings. Falcons beat the Commanders. Giants up by 3 over the Chargers with less than 3 minutes to go. Texans shut out the Titans. Eagles look like they're going to win, but Buccaneers down 8 have the ball. Patriots destroy the Panthers. That makes that loss to the Falcons feel worse. Panthers shut out the Falcons, then lose by that much today? Well, then why did we lose to the Falcons? I say we. I grew up a Redskins fan, folks. What do you want me to do? I was the only team around. Bills look like they're going to beat the Saints. They're up 12 with 2 minutes to go. Lions will definitely beat the Browns. They're up 24 with a couple of minutes left to go. 1-0 to Judge, hit hard and threw for a base hit in the left center field. Leadoff single by Judge. Yeah, I mean, in terms of Charlie Morton for a career, yeah, tip of the cap for a long career, a career that didn't exactly start with a bang. Morton was one of those sort of late developing pitchers. Came up with the Pirates, if memory serves. Bradish gets a first pitch strike on Bellinger, and that was probably 2 inches outside. He gets the call, 0-1. Pitch number 45 of the afternoon goes back to the same spot, maybe half an inch further outside. This time the ump is not giving the call. 1-1 the count. Swung on and fouled behind the plate. 2 strikes on Bellinger. Yeah, forget the NFL. Let's get on over to MLB here, because this is a very action-packed hour or two here coming up in baseball right now. A lot of things. Okay, so top of the third for the Blue Jay game. 1-2 to Bellinger outside. Count even up at 2-2. The Reds have a 2-0 lead on the Brewers. Cincinnati control their own destiny. If they win, they knock the Mets out of that final wild card spot. And man, oh man, do I want that to happen. 2-2 pitch to Bellinger. And that's going to be a little flare in the left field, a base hit. Bradish is in trouble. As soon as the Orioles get the lead, Bradish has let back-to-back singles with nobody out here to the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth. Chilo, calm down, man. Did you see that flare hit? Was that ball hit 100 off the bat? No, it was that could have been a broken bat single. Support Bradish, Chilo, for Christ's sake. Here we go again, man.
Are there things that make you angry?
Called a strike to Stanton at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. I mean, Chilo, I don't know what you want. 1966 Sandy Koufax? You want 1985 Doc Gooden? What do you want? What, best pitching season of all time would you like to fill out this rotation, Chilo? Or can a guy like Bradish, who looks fantastic, give up a couple of hits without, breaking out the pitchfork and the torches? The count is 1-2 on Stanton.
Are there things that make you angry?
Morton was drafted by Atlanta, and after half a year in MLB, then was traded to the Pirates. All right, well, there you go. I learned something. I thought he was a Pirate from the jump. So he made an appearance as a major leaguer with the Braves first? Or was he just in their organization? Because you're saying half a year in MLB. So he did pitch for the Braves as a major leaguer in his debut. 2-2 to Stanton. That ball is lifted down the right field corner. It's slicing out of play and foul. Thank you for that, sir. So Morton's career began back in 2008. HW was still in office. I'm sorry, just plain W. A long-ass time. 2-2 again. Come on, Blue! What are you looking at? That's strike 3. Well, Chilo, don't blame Bradish for anything that happens on this pitch, because this at-bat should have been done with. Payoff pitch to Stanton. And that ball's crushed. Well, it's crushed. It's actually hit very softly, but down for a hit into left field. And Judge comes in to score to tie it up at 2. That ball wasn't hit hard either. But it shouldn't have been swung at to begin with. We got a 2-2 ball game, and here's the B bag.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
So Stanton is on with an RBI single. Still 2 men on base with nobody out. Tied at 2. Here is Wells. First pitch to Wells is fouled back. All right. Bradish is on 56 pitches. Again, folks, Dean Kramer apparently going to make an appearance in this game. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2 on Wells. If I had to guess, Bradish might only go 5 innings regardless of what his pitch count says, if not less. I think Kramer will probably pitch a couple of innings. Apparently, he's got a career innings milestone that he'd reach by pitching a couple of innings. That's a swing and a miss by Wells. That's a strikeout. First out of the inning for Bradish.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, I see the Rays have just scored. The Blue Jays now have just a 1-run lead. Tampa has scored 3 runs now in the top of the third. Toronto now batting in the bottom of the third. Up 5-4 on Tampa. Anthony Volpe looks at ball 1. Pitch number 60 on the afternoon from Bradish. In the dirt with a curve ball. 2-0 the count. I wonder if they have any kind of tentative schedule for these postseason games, or if they're going to wait till after everything finishes today. There's a strike, 2-1 on Volpe. MLB postseason broadcast schedule. Give me that. There you go. There is a slider that breaks below the zone. The count is 3-1 on Volpe. First and second, 1 out for the Yankees. A run is already in. They've tied it up 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth. All right, well, I've got it right here. Here it is. Okay, we know when the BirdWatcher Channel is going to be back on the air. Check swing foul on a pitch that was definitely ball 4. It's a full count on Volpe. So here we go, folks. Tuesday, September 30th. Day off tomorrow. Tuesday, game 1 of Padres at Cubs. First pitch is at 3:08 p.m. Eastern. Game 2 of that series the following day, Wednesday, October 1st, at the same time. Swing and a miss. Volpe strikes out. 2 down in the inning.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Thank you, Phantom, for clearing up the extra 2 outs Kramer needs. Right. So, yeah, folks, at least a round of applause, because guess what? Of all 4 games, there's a 1 o'clock game, a 3 o'clock game, a 6 o'clock game, and a 9 o'clock game. Of all 4 of those start times, the one that hurts the most is the same one that I'm making today. 3 o'clock. So I'm glad I'm on this sleep schedule, because I'm just going to stay with it. That's tough. I basically have to wake up at 1 a.m. to start a game for me at 2 a.m., call it till 5 a.m. or later. That's basically the whole damn night. Keegan Aiken is up right now in the pen. So, again, if Bradish doesn't go 5, it could be less. Ryan McMahon is at the plate. A 1-1 pitch is a called strike 2. The Bradish is nearing 70 pitches. This could be his final inning. The Orioles are going with some sort of premeditated plan here. Let's finish up strong if that's the case. Bradish, the 1-2 pitch, check swing. That was borderline top of the zone. It's called a ball, 2-2. Yep, I just gave that update about 2 minutes ago. I just said that the Rays had scored 3 runs in the top half of the inning, and now we go to the bottom of the third with Toronto up 5-4. Swing and a miss. McMahon strikes out. Kyle Bradish gives up the tying run in the inning early, but things could have been a lot worse. It was first and second with a run in and nobody out, and then he goes on to strike out the next 3 batters.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That might be it for Bradish today. Aiken throwing in the bullpen. Kramer apparently scheduled to get into this game. So there you go. We head to the 5th inning, tied at 2. Is this coffee still slightly warm? What are we doing? All right. One more lucky for me then. You guys know I'm a Lucky Strike fan, right?
I mean, you know I'm a Lucky Strike fan from
Way back.
way back. So,
Hey, folks, just a reminder that there is a place to support the channel if you'd like at the Ko-Fi website. Here it is, ko-fi.com/birdwatcher. Boom. That's me. If you want to help the channel out, that's even more helpful than a super chat, where YouTube doesn't take their cut. Do it there. And if you'd like to get shouted out about it, indicate that, please, and I will. I've got a tab open. David in France made a donation today. I want to thank David for that. Red Sox and Tigers are tied at 3. That's in the bottom of the 4th. All right, Dylan Beavers is leading off in the top of the 5th inning.
nice Beaver.
Thank you.
Beavers drew a walk his last time up. First time and last time up. Come on, Charm City chat. Beaver fever. We're running out of time in 2025. He looks at a strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nice Beaver.
Thank you.
Got Bush. We've got Bush.
The 1-2. Way outside, 2-2. Bradish is getting handshakes and pats on the back in the dugout, so he's done. Kyle Bradish's 2025 season is over. And, folks, I think we've got something to feel pretty good about. Bradish did not need a whole lot of time to start looking like the Bradish of old. Very, very promising 2026 for him if he can stay healthy. That is ball 4 to Beavers, folks. All he does is get on base.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
That's all he does. And you know what? This might be a weird time, but I'm in the mood. Because it's the final game of the season. And I'm in a mood. Uh-oh. Hurry up, BW. I just stuck the cherry of my cigarette right into the windsock of this microphone. I'm just glad it didn't just burst into flames in my face. Colton Cowser with an 0-1 pitch, swings and misses at 0-2. If anybody needs magic from the hat, it is the milkman. Come on, Cowser. Make contact. All right? 2010, the year we make contact. What do you say, buddy? I just played the 2001 music. It all ties together. Pitch. Fouled away on 0-2. We'll do it again. Apparently, Louis Heel isn't going along today either, as Tim Hill is getting loose in the Yankee bullpen. The 0-2 to Cowser. Up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, two strikes, nobody out. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip at the plate. Cowser just staying alive. Just got a tiny, tiny piece of that pitch. The catcher had a chance to receive the foul tip, but it left his glove and then got him on the thigh, it looks like. So Austin Wells being given a little bit of time to get over that ball off the leg. 1-2 on Cowser. Here comes the next pitch. Hit on the ground. To first base. Ben Rice has one play, and that's an unassisted putout at the first base bag. That'll get Beavers up to second with only one down and a couple of chances to knock them in and take the lead back. What do you say, folks? Folks, oh my God, look at those fake photos. They just showed us photos of that stupid renovated clubhouse level whatever, and it was the same two guys staring at a wall, but the design on the wall was different. They just inserted a different photoshopped something. Who's this guy sitting staring at a trash bag with a hat on it in the Yankee seats? What is going on today, folks? Kobe Mayo is at the plate. That's what's going on. There's an Oriole fan who's got his arm around a trash bag with a hat on it. I guess that's his date. Don't worry, kid. I've had worse. Swing and a miss by Mayo. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. We got a goofy Oriole fan here at the ballpark, and I love it. Beavers takes his lead at second. Heels pitch, way outside, 2-2. Hey, Shy Poke, how you doing? Mayo asks for time. The Red Sox have taken the lead on the Tigers now 4-3. The Brewers have taken the lead on the Reds after Cincinnati had a 2-0 lead. Milwaukee up 3-2. But get this, the Mets have fallen behind. The Marlins have taken a 2-0 lead on the Mets. Mayo with an inside-out swing, ground ball to first. Rice will underhand it to the pitcher covering for out number 2, with Beavers now up to third base. 2 down in the inning. Go ahead run 90 feet away, and here is Jackson Holliday. I have to think this is Louis Heal's final inning of work, as the Yankees now have 2 arms up in their bullpen. First pitch to Holliday is upstairs for ball 1. Come on, Jackson. The 1-0 is inside, 2-0. 2-0 the count. The pitch. Line drive up the middle, but right there is Volpe playing right at the second base bag. He bounces a throw to first, and Ben Rice handles the short hop. Holliday is retired, and the inning is over. Good grief. That probably gets me more frustrated than anything. A line drive up the middle. It looks like a base hit off the bat, but they got a guy standing right there behind the bag to gobble up that would-be go-ahead RBI. Inning is over. This game is halfway over, and we're tied at 2. Man, oh, Shevitz. Jackson hit that ball, I'm sure, 100 plus off the bat. Once again, folks, Orioles season ends after this game today, but the channel keeps on going. Day off tomorrow for everybody. But starting Tuesday and again on Wednesday and Game 3 Thursday if necessary. I'm going to guess probably same start time, although if some teams get knocked out after 2 games, maybe they will push that game up to a prime time spot. So I won't assume anything. But games 1 and 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast. Wrigley Field, the venue. Padres versus Cubs. We're gonna root for the Padres, I guess. Right? Laureano, O'Hearn. We're gonna at least root for them to play a part in that series. By the way, if the Mets do wind up getting eliminated today, a lot of it will be due to Gregory Soto. He's been a disaster for the Mets. Ced Mullins hasn't exactly done great over there as well, but I feel kind of bad for Ced because, I don't know. I don't like the Mets. I don't think Mullins is a good fit for that team. Mullins belongs on a different team, and he will be on a different team next year. We'll see where that is. Keegan Aiken is on the pitch now, so if Kramer's going to pitch, it's not yet. This is the 64th appearance for Keegan Aiken, and Jose Caballero, the number 9 batter, looks at strike 1. He's having a chat with the ump after that pitch. Caballero struck out his only time up back in the 3rd. So the Yankees, let's see. No, that's not right. Never mind. That pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big Cuzzo, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Good luck to the Ravens today. I know it's going to be tough because the Chiefs have gotten off to a slow start themselves. I don't expect that trend to continue all season, but hopefully it will for today. Ravens and Chiefs. That is a marquee matchup. There's Dino getting loose in the Oriole bullpen right now. And that is ball 4. Aiken walks the first batter he faces. And it's the number 9 hitter. Not a good start for Aiken. Trent Grisham, top of the order. He's 0 for 2. And fouls the first pitch behind the plate. Excuse me. Owen won the count on Grisham. Caballero will be checked on with a throw to first. He's back standing. Not bad at all. 8 strikeouts today for Bradish without a walk. This pitch is hit hard down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul. Bradish was dealing, Big Cuzzo. He's already out of the game. Just 4 innings today. The Orioles have a plan. Apparently the plan is 4 innings from Bradish, a little bit of something from Keegan Aiken, and then Dean Kramer's going to pitch probably about 3 innings. My question is, if Kramer comes into the ball game and immediately starts to get hit around, are we going to sit here and worry about reaching a, most innings pitched in a season milestone? I mean, it's not like Dino's on the tail end of his career. How important is that? It might mean something when it comes to contracts. There goes the runner. And the throw down is offline, and the ball squirts away from Gunnar. Caballero steals a base. How many is that for him this season? Probably somewhere in the 30s. He steals a lot of bases. I don't know how many that is for him. Let's find out. That is, wow, 49th steal. Excuse me, from Jose Caballero. He is 1 away from 50. I would keep an eye on him trying to steal third. He is 1 stolen base away from a major record. And who knows if he'll get back on base again. He has to be thinking that. I hope the Orioles know this, that he's on 49 steals. And there's a solid chance in my mind that he's going to try to steal third base. That pitch is a little bit outside to Grisham. The count goes full. This inning is not starting well for Aiken. Walks the number 9 batter. He steals a base. Now it's a full count on Grisham. And that is ball 4. Wow. Back-to-back walks to the number 9 and 1 hitters. And now you've got Ben Rice, who's already got a home run today, and Aaron Judge to follow. Now, this could be Aiken's final batter. He has to face a minimum of 3. Rice is a left-handed batter. You got Judge, the righty, on deck. You got Kramer getting up and getting loose. So unless Aiken gets a double play ball, and even if he does, this could be his final batter. First pitch is called a strike to Rice on the outside edge. Ravens up 7-0. Yes, Big Cuzzo, I've been talking about it. I'll be calling the Cubs versus Padres wild card round starting at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. Aaron Judge on deck. 1-1 the count. We're going to follow the Padres for a little bit, Cuzzo. See what O'Hearn and Laureano are up to. Well, if they do get a double play and it's a runner at third with 2 down, he could pitch around Judge and then go after Bellinger. There's that possibility. But that's about it. Otherwise, I'd say Kramer's coming in after this batter. Selby is also up. They might be getting Dino loose for the 6th to finish out the game. Selby might be up as the replacement for Aiken to face Judge. Tony has plans, folks. The 1-2, a throw back to second. Caballero is back in. Gunnar says he wants to check this. Gunnar thinks he might have snuck a tag in here on Caballero. Maybe he didn't get his hand on the bag. Gunner's insistent about it. This replay is not going to help. Why are we looking at an angle from 30 yards away? All right, here we go. His foot is blocking the base. So there you go. That hand is touching nothing but Gunner's foot. Are we not challenging this? There's no part. Yeah, we are challenging, and he's going to be out. Caballero never touched the base. Gunner's foot is all Caballero could grab once that tag was applied. Runner is out. The Orioles win the challenge. How big is this? So Caballero, again, one steal away from 50. And instead of perhaps taking that 50th steal, he gets caught off the bag for the first out. And now a double play ball could get Aiken through this inning without facing Judge. It's a 1-2 count on Ben Rice. Pitch. Fouled away off the mask of Rutschman. He appears no worse for the wear. Adley looking into the dugout, I guess, for a sign. Really? You're not calling this game on your own? 1-2 on Rice. Pitch. That ball is soft liner caught by Holiday at second base. 2 down in the inning. All right. Based on this situation, I think if you're going to use Selby to get 1 out, you bring him in here. You can't really walk Judge here and push the go-ahead run to second base. So why is Aiken facing Judge? Why do we have 2 right-handers up if Aiken is facing Judge? First pitch is ball 1. I mean, you don't want to push the go-ahead run in the scoring position, but if there's one batter that you make that exception for, I guess it's Judge. If Aiken is confident, he can go after the lefty Bellinger next. I don't like the move. It's 2-0. But there aren't many moves to like when you got Aaron Judge involved. Come on, Blue, give us that call. You might think we're pitching around them. That doesn't mean you just take a vacation. That was a strike, you dick. 3-0 the count on Judge. Popped up. Right field. Playable for O'Neill. And he caught it. And this inning is over. We get out of the inning anyway. Keegan Aiken. Ain't no mistaken, ain't no faking. When it's time to bring home the bacon, it's Keegan Aiken.
Bacon, bacon, where's the bacon? I smell bacon, bacon, bacon. Gotta be bacon. Only one thing smells like bacon. That's bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. There, from that bag. What's it say? I can't read. Please, please, give me what's in the bag. Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon.
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon.
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
All right. All right now, baby, it's a all right now. What do we got? Blue Jays got a run. They now lead at 6-4 on the Rays. It's a 2-run lead. The Reds have fallen behind by 2 now on the Brewers. 4-2 Milwaukee. And wow, the Mets look like they're going to lose the series against the Marlins and drop the last two games because Miami up 4-0 right now in the top of the fifth. Man, oh man, if you're a Mets fan, all that Juan Soto money, what did that buy you? Same early finish as us, which is playing golf tomorrow. Game is still on. Mets could come back, but man, oh man, they're down 4-0. Top of the sixth for us, Jordan Westburg at the plate. Got a home run today. It is Fernando Cruz on the pitch for the Yankees. Excuse me. Westburg 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. There's that splitter. That's the one pitch. We've been playing the Yankees a lot over the past week and a half. We've seen this guy. I've talked about that splitter. The count is 1-2 on Westburg.
West is that way.
And he lays off the splitter there. They do appeal it. He didn't go. The count is 2-2. I mean, the Mets payroll is what, like in the neighborhood of $350 million? Holy cow. 2-2 pitch to Westburg. That ball is going to, come on, drop. It is going to drop in front of Grisham for a base hit. A leadoff single by Westburg. A multi-hit game for Westburg. We've got a base runner with nobody out. All right. Here is Gunnar. 1 for 2. First pitch. Lays off that splitter for ball 1.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
The 1-0 to Gunnar. A splitter, this time it's in the zone, right at the bottom for strike 1. That's about the only way the splitter's a strike. Started about chest high, hits the bottom of the zone. Oh, about belt high. Hits the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-1 pitch. That one's low. Gunnar lays off. It's 2-1. Now, if Cruz keeps a splitter up a little bit, you can definitely take a uppercut swing and absolutely destroy that pitch. 2-1 in the dirt, 3-1. Come on, folks. All I've been saying whenever Cruz has gotten out here is lay off that splitter. 3-1 pitch. Might be a sinker coming up here. And it's the four-seamer. Fastball knee-high on the outside edge. Well, not the edge. Outside half of the plate, I'd say. It's a full count on Gunnar. Westburg, might he be off with this pitch? I wouldn't mind sending him. That ball's in the dirt. Westburg was off with the pitch, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
The Orioles have 2 on and nobody out in a tie ball game. And that's going to get the Yankee pitching coach out to talk to Fernando Cruz. 2 batters, a bloop single, and a walk. And the cleanup man, Tyler O'Neill, coming up next.
Ahoy there! Anybody home?
Is anyone? Oh, yeah. Folks, if you're in the Charm City chat, do expect to have Ravens updated scores showing in the chat. If you don't want to see them for some reason, I don't know what to tell you. I want you to stay. If you're here to watch this and then watch the Ravens later, that's awfully kind of you, but I can't really prevent people from updating the game if that's what they want to do. Okay, first pitch coming up to Tyler O'Neill. And that is outside by half a foot. Ball one, folks. Fernando Cruz. The 1-0 to O'Neill. Line drive. Volpe, it's off his glove. He goes to second base to get one out there as Gunnar could not break for second, not knowing whether or not Volpe was going to catch this line drive. He didn't. So he was able to pick up the ball in shallow center and still throw Gunnar out easily at second base for the force play. It's still a productive out. There's one out, and the go-ahead run now 90 feet away, Westberg. It's a fielder's choice for O'Neill, who's on at first. Here is Adley Rutschman with a chance to not be an anti-MVP, but the star of the game today. Come on, Adley.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
First pitch is a strike to Adley. He's grounded out both times up so far today. We need a ball in the air here. The 0-1. What is going on with the lighting of this center field camera? It's gone from dark to darker. Are we using an Instagram filter on our in-game cameras now? 1 ball, 1 strike on Rutschman. The players almost look two-dimensional out there. What is going on with this camera? That ball's fouled back. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes, and it looks like Austin Wells took another ball off, I guess, his left hand or wrist. He is attending to it himself. Folks, we are knocking on the door of taking the lead back. We are knocking on the door. Two strikes on Rutschman. Westberg at third base. O'Neill at first. Cruz at the belt. And the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. That is a little tapper. Oh, God. Westberg is nailed at the plate. A little tapper 10 feet in front of the plate. And Westberg coming in, the pitcher just flips it to the catcher. They tag Westberg out. Just a brick wall at the plate. And, yeah, that wasn't pretty. Two down in the inning. I'm still trying to figure out how the blocking the plate thing works. Doesn't really seem like Westberg had anywhere to slide into if he wanted to. But I think it's a fair play. The catcher, I mean, that left foot of his is really blocking a lot of that plate, I have to say. Ryan Mountcastle with a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Two down in the inning now, with runners at first and second, and the Orioles are on the verge of blowing a major opportunity to take the lead here. They need a big hit from Mountcastle. That pitch is outside. It's 1-1. Mountie is 0 for 2 today.
Okay, mount up.
20th pitch from Cruz in the inning coming up. Oh, what are you swinging at, Mountie? That splitter started outside. Why would it ever come back to the zone? That was a ball right out of the hand. What are you swinging at? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Mountcastle. Long pause. Here comes the pitch. That is grounded foul on the third base side. We'll do it again. O'Neill represents the go-ahead run at second base. Rutschman at first. Kramer looks set to come in to start the bottom half of this inning. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. Mountie hits it in the air. It's a splitter. That ball was left up. Come on, Carey. It is caught out there by Grisham on the warning track in deep left center field. Oh, Mountie, a hanging splitter. Like I said, that is the kind of pitch, if you leave it up like that, it's just begging to get crushed. Mountie nearly did it, but just came up short. We get nothing out of that inning. How frustrating is that? It's the final game of the season. I don't want a frustrating rally like that. That sucked. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We are tied at 2. Man, oh Shevitz. Dan Iasonga is the home plate umpire today. Let's see. Still Red Sox up 4-3 on the Tigers, bottom 6. The Blue Jays still up 6-4, bottom 5 on the Rays. Brewers 4-2 lead on the Reds, top 6. Marlins 4-0 on the Mets, top 6. Guardians are trailing. Rangers have a 4-3 lead on Cleveland. Haven't talked about them yet. Pretty much every other game is inconsequential. Michael, I'm pretty sure he is. It's not confirmed, but I would expect it to happen. There he is. Dean Kramer is in the ball game. This is his 31st appearance, second appearance in a relief role. I think he had one start this year where instead of starting, a reliever pitched the first. One of those deals. Otherwise, this is the only other time we've seen Kramer come out of the pen. And 2 1/3 innings to match his career high of 170 1/3. I mean, I like to see players make achievements, but I don't really necessarily consider this one a big deal to make accommodations for. But I mean, Kramer has led the team in innings pitched this season. Give the guy something, I guess. He's got a 1-1 count on Bellinger. Leading off the bottom of the 6th. 8-4 Blue Jays now. A 2-run homer from Alejandro Kirk. Yeah, Michael, I was thinking that. I mentioned that it might have to do with a contract situation. And the Orioles are, trying to do the, instead of being cheap bastards, they're like, hey, we're going to give you a chance to reach for something that'll, kick in a bonus for you. I don't know that to be true, but it makes sense. 2-2 pitch, swung on, popped up. Gunner's racing out toward shallow left. Beavers coming in. Beavers will make the catch for out number 1. If the Blue Jays win, they win the East and will have a first-round bye. The Yankees will have to host a wild card round where anything can happen in a very short series. Stanton looks at a called strike from Kramer. Next pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santander is batting 5th in the lineup. He's got a run and a walk. 0 for 2 otherwise. 2-1 now on Stanton. That pitch inside. That one's just off the plate. 3-1 the count. Folks, if you're watching and you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Just a gentle reminder. Subscribe if you haven't either. It's free. There is a strike. It's a full count on Stanton. One out, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Payoff pitch. Popped up and going to reach the seats on the first base side. Yeah, Cade Povich, Brandon Young, Albert Suarez, take those off the list. Maybe 1 out of the 5 names on the right will factor at some point, but not to start the season. That is ball 4 to Stanton. A 1-out walk given up by Kramer. Austin Wells due up next. 0 for 2, struck out twice. Oof. Well, the hope to maybe do a little fundraising for the final call of the season has been a gigantic disaster. This game is well more than halfway over. 0 super chats and 1 pre-game donation from my ex-roommate. Wow. Ouch. 0-1 pitch is called a strike. It's 0-2 on Austin Wells. I guess I can unpin this comment now. It's had 0 effect. Okay, great. All right, 0-2 the count on Wells. Pitch, swing and a miss. See you later. Bradish strikes out Wells.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
2 down. Here's Volpe. Ground ball. Gunner has it. Flips it to Jackson at the second base bag to get the force play, and the inning is over. Kramer pitches a scoreless 6th. He'll come out again to pitch the 7th. We're tied at 2 after 6 innings. All right. Guess back to checking the football scores. See what's going on there. So the late games have started. So finals today. Forget about the scores. Bills beat the Dolphins. That was Thursday night probably, right? Vikings all over the Bengals. Jaguars beat the Texans. Colts, wow, they're undefeated, aren't they? 41-20. They beat the Titans. Oh, wait, I'm looking at week 3. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong week. Hey, there's a super chat. Hey, folks, pandering finally pays off. Somebody's feeling generous today. Thank you, Danjo. Danjo says, thanks for all you do, BW. You're welcome, and thank you for helping support this channel. It will need it during these winter months, and that is really, really kind of you, Danjo. You're going to be here all next season, right? You're not going to miss out. Yeah, sorry about the NFL thing, folks. Danjo, again, thank you so much for that super chat. That's a very generous one. Appreciate it, man.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
All right, forget what I said earlier. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals. That was the Thursday night game. Steelers over the Vikings. Falcons beat the Commanders. Giants beat the Chargers. Texans shut out the Titans. Eagles beat the Buccaneers. Patriots all over the Panthers. Bills over the Saints. Lions beat up the Browns. Those are all final. Currently, the Jaguars up 7-3 on the Niners. Colts up 10-6 on the Rams. Raiders 7-3 over the Bears. Ravens are up by the same score on the Chiefs. Luke Weaver is in the pitch for the Yankees. Folks, do Danjo a favor and hit the like button on that super chat, for crying out loud. If I only get one, at least give him some credit. Weaver into the ball game with a 3.68 ERA. He's facing Colton Cowser to lead off. Who's that? No, that's Dylan Beavers. Excuse me. Beavers leading off. It's the bottom of the order for the Orioles. He's walked both times up today. And a count right now of 1 ball and 1 strike.
Nice Beaver.
Thank you.
The 1-1 is in the dirt. In the dirt. The 2-1 pitch. Come on, Weaver. Let's go. That ball's fouled off of Beavers, and he will try to walk off that foul ball. Just 2 nights ago, Beavers fouled one off his shin and had to come out of the game. That one was off his right foot. The trainer and Mansolino are out to look at Beavers. Probably asking him if he can put any weight on that foot. Hey, Kevin and Ben are in the Masson booth for one more game. Why Ben has his back to Kevin like this, I don't know. He could slightly turn toward him. I know you're trying to face the camera, but this looks a little weird. I feel like Ben's giving Kevin the cold shoulder here. You know, for a fancy scoreboard in this fancy ballpark, it's not very easy to read. All right, Beavers is apparently okay. Back in the box with a 2-2 count. Leading off the top of the 7th in a 2-2 ball game. Pitch. Right in there for strike 3. Well, if you're just going to stand there and look at a pitch right down the middle, I guess it doesn't matter how your foot's feeling. Kevin Brown is working out with some 4-ounce dumbbells. Oh, I guess we're getting a montage of all the hilarious moments over the course of the season in which we're finishing last place. You know, I don't remember a montage like that the previous 2 seasons when we were a playoff team. Seemed like we focused more on celebrating the team's play rather than looking for goofy moments during the season to try to make this season more digestible. I guess that's what you're trying to do, Masson? I don't know. Colton Cowser's at the plate with 1 out. The count is a ball and a strike. Cowser's 0 for 2. And Cowser went around on that pitch. A check swing appeal. He went around. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Could we be seeing the final strikeout of the season for Colton Cowser? Or could he maybe do something helpful here? Fouled away, it's still a ball and 2 strikes. Ohtani has hit home run number 55. Never heard of him. They are already showing us the opening schedule for next season. You can feel it. You can feel Masson doing everything they can to convince viewers to not give up on this team next season. Come on back, they're saying. Come on back. I guess I'm doing the same thing with this channel. Here comes the 2-2 to Cowser. That's off the plate. He lays off. It's a full count. Okay. They did do a similar montage last season? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess it just hits different when you're a last place team. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. Cowser goes to pick up that foul ball himself. What a gentleman. Oh, boy. All right. Payoff pitch to Cowser coming. Swing and a miss. And down he goes. Man, oh man, oh man. Cowser's batting average now 197. 0 for 3 with 2 more strikeouts today. This guy damn near won Rookie of the Year last year. Here's Kobe Mayo. Low for ball 1.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
CK, you don't have to ask me. Maybe you're just being, what's the word? It's what do you call that sort of question? There's a check swing roller right back to the pitcher, and Mayo will be retired. Weaver underhands it to first. That'll do it here in the top of the 7th. Orioles don't score. That's still a 2-2 tie. 7th inning stretch. Yes, rhetorical. Thank you, Shy Poke. So I guess it's a rhetorical sort of question. Yeah. I'm not. But, I try to say what you're saying, but some folks are just plain pissed with the way things have been handled this season. And it's probably going to be a matter of prove it to me first. And then I'll jump on the bandwagon whenever I'm convinced this team is actually a good team again. A lot of people out there don't want to sit through the bad times or wait and watch until the team gets better. They just want to stay away, and then one day they'll look at the paper or hear somebody talk about the team and go, oh, really? They're good again? Okay, I'll start watching. A lot of people out there that do that. Pancakes are coming. Hold your syrup there, Froggy. Hold your syrup. This is a big one because it's the final one of the regular season. I was building up to it. Folks, one more time, because I ain't doing this for playoff games. This is an Orioles tradition. That's it. It is time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat one more time, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
It might be it will be the final cakes of 2025. So fill up your plate, because that's going to have to last you for about another 5.5 months.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
All right. Not a fan of King syrup, huh?
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Apparently the best moment of 2025, according to Ben McDonald, was when Rico Garcia struck out the side with the bases loaded, nobody out. And that, was that against the Yankees? I forget. They showed a highlight, but I wasn't looking. That was a big, big moment. I remember freaking out. He got him. I probably got that highlight somewhere. Speaking of Rico, he's up in the bullpen right now. Rico Suave is getting loose. So the Orioles might have thought that they brought in Kramer at a certain point in the ball game, that maybe he could finish it out and get to his milestone. But this game is going to stay tight and go extras. We may need some more pitching out here. So Garcia's up. Still a long way to go to extras, just starting the bottom of the 7th inning. But let's see what Kramer does here. I don't know what we're waiting on. Seems like we should be back underway by now. Hey, we had somebody come into the Ko-Fi website since last check to support the channel. I want to say thank you. This person looks like they're going for the anonymous contribution, which is totally fine. That's part of the reason why that option exists. But thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you. It's been seen and appreciated. Ryan McMahon is at the plate to begin the bottom of the 7th. It's the 8-9-1 batters for the Yankees. He's got an 0-2 count. Kramer's next pitch is a splitter in the dirt. 1-2 on McMahon. Yeah, for me, the Cal Ripken game, the Yamamoto no broken up. Emmanuel Rivera with that base hit up the middle to walk it off. That was crazy. Kramer strikes out whoever he just struck out. Who was that? Where am I? Ryan McMahon. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, now, wait a minute. I thought Kramer needed 2 innings and a third to hit this. Wait a minute. I thought the report was that Kramer had to go 2 1/3 to get to where he needed to be. He's out after 1 1/3. So Garcia coming in now. Somebody explain this. Has he tied his career best? Was that the plan? Now I'm even more confused. I'm even more confused as to why Dean Kramer needed to pitch today. It has to be a contract bonus kind of a thing. It has to be. Jazz Chisholm is going to pinch hit. Or that could be that too. I mean, 3 straight lefties are coming up, but we're going to a right-hander. So I'm still confused. Why did Dean Kramer pitch today? I don't know. I don't know, people. Chiefs got another field goal, so the Ravens are up 7-6. I'm getting hungry. What do I got to eat? Let's see. Yep, 8-4 still Blue Jays. That's going into the 7th. Bottom of the 7th coming up. The Mets are still getting shut out. Guardians are still trailing by 2. Wait, who's on top right now? In the AL Central? It is Cleveland. Okay, so if Detroit would still have to win and Cleveland lose for Detroit to win that division, but Detroit is also losing to the Red Sox by a run in the top of the 8th. All right, here we go. Rico Garcia is into the ball game. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is on the pinch hit. Crowd making noise here in this tie ball game late. First pitch to Jazz is a strike. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. The Ravens are in Missouri, George. And I never said they were in Baltimore. Who did? Just so you know, Kansas City is in Missouri. At least the Kansas City that has a sports franchise. Jazz strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
There is a Kansas City, Kansas. I don't think that's what you meant. And there ain't a whole lot going on there. I've been there. Right on the other side of the river. Nothing going on. A couple of gas stations. All right, Trent Grisham. 2 down, nobody on. Looks at a strike. Grisham 0 for 2 with a walk. Where was that said, Scott? Can you give me a source? Because I'd like to read more about that. I'm not accusing you of coming up with some BS. I believe you. I'd like to see a source. That contract thing you're talking about doesn't make any sense. O'Neal's getting paid about $20 million a year, so his contract, if all 3 years are exercised, is closer to $60 million. Sagano this year made what, $15 million? They're not going to pay him more than that for a 1-year salary. I don't think so. How do you get a raise? I don't see any other team paying him that kind of money, so I don't see why we need to. Garcia strikes out this batter to end the inning. Who was that? You're gone. Trent Grisham, see you later. There is a Kansas City, Kansas, and Missouri. I said this, George. Oh, boy. Does nobody listen to anything? This is a channel where people are here to hear me talk. But nobody's listening, I guess. I don't know.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I don't know. I thought I explained it. Yes, there are ones on both sides of the mighty Mississippi. And the one in Kansas don't have a whole lot going on. 16.5 million. Okay. That's still more than Sagano's making. I don't know. I think it's a bad idea. I mean, have you not watched this guy give up home run ball after home? I mean, honestly, just right now. And this is nothing against Sagano, okay? Like, I think he's a good dude. He might be, a nice sort of person to have around, but the dude gives up too many home run balls, okay? And the other thing is that I'm not knocking his age, but the fact of the matter is, in Japan, it is a 6-man rotation. Always. And that's what he's been doing his whole career. And then he came over here and kind of had to, make a major adjustment and pitch every 5th day from time to time. I don't think that really benefits him either. I don't see any other team signing Sagano for any considerable amount of money. So I don't know why we would. I got my eyes on another pitcher out of Japan that's younger and going to be a free agent this offseason. Let's talk more about him. Top of the 8th, Devin Williams is on the pitch. Jackson Holliday swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Jackson's 0 for 3. Free agent, Japanese pitcher, 2025. 2026. I forget this guy's name. There it is. Tatsuya Imai. Tatsuya Imai. This is the name to look up. Right there in the chat. Holiday to left field. That ball is going to drop in front of Bellinger for a base hit. The Orioles have the leadoff man on here in the top of the 8th. I tell you what, if the Orioles begin their offseason personnel moves by re-signing Sagano to $15 million or more, then I'm already sounding the fire alarm, because we're trying to upgrade from what happened this season. Okay. And again, Sagano, thank you for staying healthy. Thank you for eating up innings. Thank you for being a gentleman and an ambassador to the sport. But that's about it. I'd rather take my chances with a different arm. 1-1 the count on Jordan Westberg, folks. He's got a 2-hit game on the day, including a home run. He checks his swing. It's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Way outside, 3-1. Devin Williams. Talk about major acquisitions that didn't pan out. Not a good season in the Bronx for Devin Williams. This pitch is swung on a miss. Westberg got a 3-1 pitch right in the middle of the plate, but could not make contact. Full count. Now, folks, you know how I feel about Jackson Holliday running the bases, but with a full count, Westberg at the plate, tie ball game, I'm considering sending Holliday on this pitch. Holliday looks like he took off as the catcher was rising. Westberg with a fly ball down the right field line. Judge will make the catch in foul ground where there's only a couple of feet of space, and Holliday will have to return back to first. So they did send Holliday. I think that was the right move, but Westberg pops out. 1 down in the 8th, and Gunnar is due up next. What happened here? Holliday came to second, hit the bag, turned around, and what? Don't tell me something happened to his feet. All right, I think he's okay. Gunnar's at the plate. First pitch, fastball, strike. It's so weird how you keep giving the total next to Sagano's name instead of just saying whatever the 1 year total of money would be. You keep bringing up 50 million, 49 million. What did Sagano make this season? 15? 13. He made 13 million, okay? So just say they're talking about signing Sagano again for somewhere around 13 million, I guess. I don't know. Gunnar with a ground ball to third, to second for 1, over to first. It's late. That'll be a fielder's choice. 2 down, Gunnar at first base. All right. Tyler O'Neill. Hoping to extend the inning here. 2 down, runner at first. It is the go-ahead run. We need a big hit. O'Neill is 1 for 3. Williams checks on Holliday. Excuse me, Gunner's over there now. Fielder's choice. Forgot. Gunner's on 30 steals. Certainly a candidate to run here. That pitch up and away. Snap throw back to first, and Gunner's back safe. That looked like it was designed as Williams' pitch was up and away, allowing the catcher very little extra movement to get off a snap throw. 1-0 on, there goes Gunnar. 1-0 on O'Neill. Ground ball, third base. A double clutch, but they get it to first in time, and the inning is over. O'Neill grounds out to third to McMahon. Both teams with 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tied at 2. BW is trying to be funny compared to what they paid O'Neill. Trying was the main word. I gotcha. A little salary humor. Gotcha. Okay. All right. We're working on it, Scott. By the way, folks, I will be hosting some humor seminars in the off season to help folks learn how to be funny better. The seminars are free. I'll be listing the schedule shortly. First come, first serve. Let's see. Oh, Shy Poke is in. All right, I'm checking the scores again. I am scoreboard watching right now. Still 4-3 Red Sox. That is now in the top of the 9th. Blue Jays still up by 4. Bottom of the 7th. Marlins still up 4-0 on the Mets. Going into the 8th. Brewers still up 4-2 on the Reds. Going into the 8th. Guardians back to within a run. They've got their 4th run. It's Rangers 5, Guardians 4, bottom of the 7th. Again, though, if the Tigers lose, then Cleveland doesn't have to worry. They win the division anyway. I do believe the loser of the division will be playing on the road against the winner, while the Yankees, if Toronto holds on, would be hosting the Red Sox. And oh, what a wild card that'll be. I'd love to help make sure the Yankees face up Boston early, because one of those two teams is going to go home early and sad. Ben Rice looks at a pitch low. Rico Garcia is out for another inning of work. He barely... My game just froze, everybody. And it just jumped back to the start of the stream. I have to hit the live button again. Hold on. All right. It's still Ben Rice at the plate leading off the bottom of the 8th. He has a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. My game was buffering there for a moment, Froggy, so that might have something to do with it. Hopefully everything is back to normal. Two-two pitch, popped up left center field and deep. Going back, looking up, that ball is gone. Ben Rice hits his 2nd home run of the day. His first gave the Yankees the lead in the 1st inning, and his 2nd gives them the lead in the bottom of the 8th. His 26th home run of the season. The Yankees lead at 3-2. And the Blue Jays just extended their lead. So it looks like, despite the Orioles doing nothing to hurt the Yankees, they're still going to wind up short of winning the division anyway. Toronto doing their job. Aaron Judge takes off the plate for ball 1. 3-2 New York in the bottom of the 8th. Final game of the season for the Orioles. And only 3 more outs to play with. Fouled straight back. A lady in an orange shirt in the 2nd row behind home plate is freaking out. Her life flashed before her eyes behind home plate. One to Judge. By the way, final plate appearance of the season for Judge right here. Definitely MVP front runner. It's down to him and Cal Raleigh. 2-1 pitch is a little bit off the plate. It's 3-1. Oh, Matt, you're fine. Hey, folks, if you want to say shit, go ahead. It's the end of the season. We're on the verge of getting swept by the Yankees. If ever there was a time to feel comfortable to curse, now's the time. Diving stop by Westberg. Gets up and throws out Judge. Okay. Give me something to say thank you to. Jordan Westberg lays out. Robs a double. Pops up and throws a strike to first. That's the good Jordan Westberg. 1 out in the inning. Here's Bellinger. I tell you what, Westberg's made a couple of mental errors in recent games, but it's almost like when he doesn't have time to think about it, he does better. Just react. All right, 0-1 on Bellinger. That ball is a little tapper. Westberg is going to scoop that one up and throw to first for the second out. Bellinger retired. 2 down in the inning. Here's a replay of that Westberg diving stop, pop, and throw. I mean, perfect. Absolutely perfectly executed right there. Rico Garcia with 2 down. Why? Why? 1 more out. It's a right-hander. We're making a bullpen change. We need 1 more out for the season to end in terms of pitching. And we're going to make a change to get this 1 out with nobody on base. Why? Boy. 1 more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now that's my baby. No, sir. I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir. Now that's my baby now. Yes, sir. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm hating it. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many young poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, sold my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. First pitch from Cade Stroud is a strike to Giancarlo Stanton. He's got a single, a walk, an RBI. Oh, 1 is low. Cade Stroud. He's had a nice season as well. Hats off to Cade for helping out this patchwork bullpen the last couple of months. There's a strike to Stanton. The count is a 1-2 count. 1 more strike takes it to the 9th inning. The Orioles trailing by a run. Who do we got due up? 1 more chance. Pitch. Popped up. Gonna get out of play on the first base side. The Tigers have lost. The Guardians down 14.5 games. Just, 2 months back? Something like that. Have won the division. Unbelievable. Tigers collapse. They still get into the playoffs, but they'll have to be on the road to face the Guardians, it looks like. Here's a ground ball to Gunnar. This should be the final out made by the Orioles in the field this season. Stanton retired 6-3. The Orioles have Rutschman, Mountcastle, and Beavers due up. You know what? I don't want that to be the last time we making out on the field because I want this game to continue. We're down a run. Can we rally one more time? Pretty please, with sugar on top. Just a little bit of magic. A little bit. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I had done. Spend your lives in sin, misery, in the house of the rising sun. Hey, folks. Guess what? The Orioles season could be over here in just a few moments. I'm going to pander one more time in 2025. Well, I mean, at least during the Orioles season. Maybe I'll pander somewhere around the holidays. But, yeah. I've had a couple of donations come in today. I want to say thanks to those that have done so. And no pressure to those who have not. But final chance to put a little money in the hat that's getting passed around. The collection hat. To help keep the lights on here. During the winter months. David Bednar is on to close it out. And a first pitch curveball to Rutschman for strike one. Adley is 0 for 3.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Adley really hasn't done much in this week. He's gotten back into the lineup, has he? That pitch is off the plate. One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss behind a splitter at 92. That's a hard split. 220 the average for Adley. If he does not get a hit here, he's going to have a sub 220 average. What has happened to this team? The pandering works again, folks. If I'm just being honest, it actually helps. I'm out in front of it. I am pandering, and it's resulted in 2 super chats. Folks, we got a 2-2 count on Rutschman. Stand by. I see ya. The pitch in the dirt. Full count. Here's a bugle. Here's somebody that I've never heard from before. Min Mao. How you doing, Min Mao? You've been quiet, and that's fine. But thanks so much for saying thanks for making a tough season as fun as possible. But guess what? We're going to have a little more fun. Adley Rutschman just drew a leadoff walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Thank you, Min Mao. Again, first time seeing you. Don't be shy. It's totally your call if you'd like to stay off the chat, but nice to meet you. Matt with a super chat as well saying thanks, BW. Matt, you know the feeling is mutual. You're a big part of helping this channel go, man. Thanks so much. Ryan Mountcastle is at the plate, folks. The tying run is on with nobody out. Mounties 0 for 3. First pitch is a bit high for ball 1. Come on, folks. Just a little bit of Orioles magic. Just one more time for us. We got nothing else to spend the winter months to hang our hats on. How about we come back against these damn Yankees? Big cut and a miss by Mountcastle on a fastball at the top of the zone. The count is 1-1. Carl Schaefer. Folks, might we have a windfall of Super Chats? Oh, this could really help out. Carl says, keep it up. You bet your bottom dollar, Carl. You bet your bottom $5.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Jorge Mateo is on the pinch run, by the way. That is the tying run on with nobody out. Big swing and a miss on a curveball. Mountcastle with a count of 1-2 strikes. One more rally. Folks, you might be seeing Mateo for the last time in an Oriole uniform right now. There he goes. That pitch swung on, and why did we foul it away? God. Mateo, go before 2 strikes, or Mountie. I don't know. We're going to have to do this again. It's 1-2 strikes. Mateo back to first after the foul ball. Bednar. Here's the Mateo. Deeks and a ground ball to third. They go to second. Mateo is out there to first. They throw it away. And Mountcastle, I believe, is going to be given second base as Jazz Chisholm does it again. Folks, we're going to miss Jazz, aren't we?
As the 1-2 hit right back to Louie. Goes the second one. On the first, Jazz throws it. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but he did it again. This game is not over. As Jazz throws one into the camera well. We've got the tying run at second base with 1 out. Tying run now is Mountcastle. It's Beavers at the plate, and he takes a strike. Folks, show me your Beavers just one more time. I promise. It's the last time you have to show me your Beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Give them to me. I want to be drowning in a sea of bush. Come on.
Got bush. We've got bush.
Give me those Beavers, folks. He's got an 0-2 count. You're welcome, Carl. Happy to be here. 0-2 pitch. Lays off a pitch. That splitter had the plate but dipped low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Beeve. Come on, buddy. The pitch. Oh, he chased that splitter in the dirt and strikes out. The Orioles have 1 out left in the season. Ken Bates says, can't wait for next year. Neither can I, Ken. Honestly, these winter months are going to be mentally... I might be physically tired from doing this, but mentally, it's going to be rough in these off-season. Scotty with a super chat. Hang in there, Scotty. First pitch to Cowser. Hit on the ground, foul for strike 1. Folks, last chance to get some cows in the chat. Scotty says, Yankee fan I am, but that doesn't stop me from appreciating you and this chat BW have enjoyed. Scotty, you are a rare breed, my friend, and be proud of it. To be a Yankee fan and have some class. And that's not just about the $5, all right? It's about what you're saying, okay? I don't get paid off by Yankee fans to compliment them. The compliment is for your very kind words, sir. I do appreciate the words and the money. They both help. But you know what I mean, Scotty, right? I better take my foot out of my mouth. Thank you, Scotty. Cowser fouls it away. We are down to our final strike. Fans at the ballpark are rising to their feet. Tom Free with a super chat. Tom, hang in there because this could be the final moment of the season. Bednar leans in for the sign. The 1-2 to Cowser. And what better way to end the season? What more representative way to end the season than for Colton Cowser to strike out and the Orioles lose by a run? Final score, Yankees 3, Orioles 2. The Yankees sweep us to end the season. That hurts. And they won the season series 9-4. We got our asses handed to us this season, folks. There's no doubt about it. Tom Free with a super chat. Tom, buddy, says, appreciate the calls this year, BW. Thank you, sir, and your attendance has been appreciated as well. Thank you for your support. It means a lot. Everybody, it means a lot. Folks, this season has ended. I've watched this team from start to finish. I have missed a couple of innings due to some faulty alarm clocks on my cheap cell phone. But otherwise, I have seen it all, folks. I have seen it all. And the Orioles are going to finish this season with 75 wins, 87 losses. That is a 16-game drop-off from last season. A 26-game drop-off from 2 years ago. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark, folks. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Wait. Denmark? Let me put it to you this way. Something rotten in the state of Dundalk. All right, I can't pull off the Dundalk accent. I admit it. But something is rotten in the state of Dundalk, folks. So the Tigers lost. That's a final. Blue Jays are up by 9 runs, so book it. Book it. The Blue Jays are going to win the division. We didn't help, but the Yankees are going to have to play in the wild card. And they're going to have to play the Red Sox, right? Brewers defeated the Reds. The Mets are down 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Let me see if they got anybody on base. Let's jump over to this Mets game. Folks, hang out with me for a bit if you're curious about how this playoff picture is going to play itself out. I'm not really worried about Detroit, Boston, because Cleveland already won their game, right? So they have taken that division. No, they were losing. I guess there is something still up for grabs there. But I'm really interested in watching the Mets collapse. I mean, they're getting shut out by the Marlins. They are getting shut out by the Marlins. I'm going over and looking at this game right now. I mean, they come into this game having lost game 1 on Friday night. So all they had to do was win a series against a Marlins team with a losing record. But honestly, folks, only the Marlins win this game, they'll finish just 4 games behind the Mets with a payroll that is honestly, I believe, the entire Marlins payroll might be about the same amount of money as Juan Soto's making this season. Maybe Juan Soto plus one other guy. I mean, and all that to just finish 4 games above the Marlins and not make the playoffs, Mets? That is horrible. That is horrible. Folks, I'm going to jump over and hate watch the Mets for a minute. Even though I'll admit, if my boy Mullins comes up, I'll be rooting for him, but that's it. We're going to hang out for a bit, folks, because I just don't want this day to end. Not quite yet. As I get this game up, we'll talk about... Oh, by the way, there will be a Orioles podcast coming up probably between the wild card round and the division round, so look for it probably at the end of the upcoming week, maybe a Thursday evening, I'm guessing. We're going to talk about this Orioles season. We're going to break it down. We are going to analyze player by player what went right, what went wrong, what needs to be worked on, what needs to be addressed with everybody. Who should stay, who should go, where we need to think about. See RJL comment above. I'm scanning. Whoa, On Point with a major super chat. Hold on Point. I was asked to look at something just before you did that. BW, I tried your Ko-Fi 3 times, but it's not going through. It has gone through for others. I'm not sure why. This is, again, the link. If for some reason it doesn't work and you do want to help out the channel, you can send a super chat right here, just like On Point just did. And On Point sent a very generous one. Very, very generous. On Point, wait, let me help you out. He's setting me up here.
Message for you, son.
On Point. Hey, by the way, am I coming in like kind of not crystal clear? Because I'm looking at my monitor and I look like I'm coming in about 144p. This looks like 2006 YouTube right now. Hopefully it's okay. On Point says, message for you, sir. You still made the season worth watching, BW. We will bounce back. Go O's for life. Folks, I think I'm starting to see a trend here, which is to say that BW, you know what? I really am happy I found your channel, because now I know that even when the Orioles have a bad season, I can still find a way to enjoy watching the sport I love and the team I love, even when times are bad, because, hey, you make it entertaining. I hope, folks, you know that I really put a lot of effort into this. This is not pandering. This is just, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but what I mean to say is that it might seem like I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants over here and just kind of making stuff up as I go along. And I do improv, but in general, when it comes to calling the game and deciding when's it time to focus on every pitch, or when is it time to maybe go off topic and get a little silly with the chat, these are things I have to constantly manage and make decisions on. And this season has made that a challenge. By the way, On Point, I'm hitting the like button on your comment there. Sorry, it took me a minute. But just so you guys understand, I've done everything that I could think to do in order to keep you guys here, keep you guys watching. And I'll admit it, I have an agenda. I want to keep this channel alive and growing. So you guys need to be here for that. But I also just want to have friends around to watch Orioles baseball with. I know there have been seasons in the past when I was living in the States and I'd have a couple of sort of fair weather baseball fans that would hang with me until a certain stage of the season, and then they'd bail and I'd be all alone watching my team. I don't have to do that anymore with you guys. You guys rock. And believe me, whatever energy I'm giving to you that you're enjoying and you feed off of, I'm getting it back from you and I feed off of it. I think this is a mutually beneficial relationship we got going on here. So this is a good thing, folks. It's a bad season, but this is a good place for baseball. And I'm going to work. I'm going to rack my brain in this offseason to think about even newer ways to make this a better presentation for everybody. I did a lot of work between seasons 1 and 2. I think you guys can see the proof of that, the evidence of that. I don't think every year there's going to be major changes because there's only so many things you can kind of adjust or whatever, but believe me, I'm thinking about my thumbnails and how I might be able to make them look a little more snazzier and more attractive to people. I'm thinking about trying to have a regular sort of between inning sort of system of, I don't know, doing some Orioles trivia, maybe, I don't know, just ideas. I don't want to go through all of them now. And I'm not saying I have a bunch, but point is, it's a never-ending. Don't ever think that I'm settled in and like just phoning it in over here, okay? This channel means everything to me. You guys mean a whole lot to me. Without you guys, I got nothing. So your support means a lot, and know that I appreciate it. I love you guys. All right? I said it. All right? I said the L word. I'm sorry. I know for a lot of people, it scared a lot of ex-girlfriends away. Hopefully not you guys. Mr. Hyde with a super chat. No playoffs this year, but I'll always remember BW's Rock Lobster. That's Mr. Highlight. That's your highlight of the season, man? Oh, man. Well, I mean, we got 75 wins. That sounds like a highlight for like a 50-win team, if I'm being honest. But, hey, it's your right to pick your highlight. We were at a party. His earlobe fell in the deep. Someone reached in and grabbed it. It was a rock lobster. Phantom, super chat. Says, wish I'd found your channel earlier than this past month. Living in Texas, I'm separated from other O's fans to watch the game with. Thanks for what you do. Guess what, Phantom? You done struck gold, man. You struck gold. I'm hitting that like button on your super chat.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Phantom, you've only been here a month, but have you been around long enough to know that I live in Thailand? Did you know that? Part of the inspiration for this channel is the concept of bringing Oriole fans together from all over the place. Because, you know, my entire adult life, I have been kind of on the move. I've lived in D.C., I've lived in the Carolinas, I've lived in Philly. I move around a lot. And, you know, now I live on the other side of the planet. But if there's one thing about modern technology that I can appreciate, it's the ability to bring everybody together into, you know, a public square, if you will, a virtual public square, and enjoy something together from all over the place. That's what this is all about, folks. So I'm happy you found the channel. Kind of wish you found it sooner. I can tell you're a big Oriole fan. But just wait for 2026, Phantom, because your boy BW here, you want to talk about commitment. It's a fine line between 100% committed and 100% should be committed to, like, a funny farm. Scotty, didn't you already do this? Ready for this from Yanks chat. They want Boone fired even if we win the World Series. Nuts. You just swept us. But because the Blue Jays didn't drop a game and you don't win the division, if the Blue Jays lose today, Aaron Boone is fine. Yankee fans, you guys are the worst. You are the worst. I mean, is there literally a switch on you like the small Wonder robot? Because it just flips on and off willy-nilly, doesn't it, guys? It's amazing. You're going to the playoffs. If you're good enough to win the World Series, you'll win the wild card round, and it won't matter. Are you honestly all pissed off today because you didn't win the division? You just swept us. God, you're the worst fans. You are the worst. All those rings, and for what? You know what you are, Yankee fans? You know what you represent to me? The filthy, stinking rich. People that have so much, all they can do is sit around and brag about it, but at the end of the day, they're never actually happy. That's what it's like to be rich, I guess. And I'm glad I'm not in that group. You know? Can't appreciate what you have. Nothing's ever enough. And whenever you do get it, it's like, oh, well, we should have gotten that, right? I mean, just... Do you even know what the sense of wonder is? Or is it all just entitlement for you guys? I can't imagine having a mindset like that. Now, that's not all Yankee fans. Let me just try and do some damage control here, because Scotty Boy here is himself a Yankee fan. There are Yankee fans out there that are totally fine, totally cool, but the collective, and again, this is Scotty Boy reporting this to me, okay? I'm not out there looking for this, but that is par for the course for Yankee fans. All right, what is going on with the Mets? Speaking of hating on New York, what's going on with this Mets game? Because I kind of lost track. Where are we? What happened? Where's the game? I'm bringing the game up on the TV right now. Wait, it says post-game shows. Wait, is it over? Did the Mets lose? I want to see the moment the Mets lose. Because I'm petty. It is over? No? Where is it? Where's the score? I think it's final. I don't see the score. All right. Oh, I'm on the actual page. It is final. The Marlins shut out the Mets. Wow. Wow. So imagine, folks, what would you rather be, honestly? Would you rather be an Oriole fan with 75 wins in last place, or a Mets fan where you had to sit there and pretended like you like Juan Soto for 6 months, only to not go anywhere? I would rather be an Oriole fan. Hey, might I also add, although this might not be true after getting swept this weekend, but heading into the weekend, we had the same record as the Braves. The Braves had a very disappointing season. They finish, well, they're still playing, but they're 11 games under. They could finish with the same record as us. If they don't, they're 1 game better. If there's a team to point to in the National League that sort of looks like the version of what happened to us, it's definitely the Braves. I wouldn't expect the Braves to have another season like this next year. They've just got too many good players, and in my mind, a much better GM. But something went wrong with the Braves this season. They went off to a terrible start, but to finish in 4th place behind the Marlins with a record that will finish at least 10 games under 500, that was not expected. I'm just looking around now at the final standings, folks. So the Blue Jays are about to win. It's their division. Oh, that's final. The Blue Jays have won. 13-4 final. Rays lose. So how many did we finish behind the Rays? 2 games. The Rays lost their final 3 games. We played them head-to-head. If we would have taken care of business there and just taken, like, 1 or 2 out of 3 here, then I think we would have leapfrogged Tampa, but we just couldn't win. Oh, the Guardians have tied it up in the 9th. All right, so there's still something on the line. Cleveland needs to win. Or did it... Wait, the Tigers lost already? So Cleveland's got the division wrapped up, right? Is everything set now? Or is the bracket set? Let me just go to the MLB homepage. Guardians win AL Central title, finishing off the comeback of the century. Reds clinch the final NL wild card, set to play the Dodgers. Red Sox win final game of the season, securing the second AL wild card spot. Okay, Tigers fall short but draw Guardians in playoff rematch. Okay, so if the Tigers are playing the Guardians, that means the Yankees have to be hosting the Red Sox. And if the Padres and the Cubs are one wild card round and the Reds are in, then that means the Reds are facing the Dodgers. So those are your 4 wild card matchups. Red Sox, Yankees, which is already insane, right? Guardians, Tigers, interdivision matchup between 2 teams going opposite directions, but October baseball, different animal. Tarek Skubal pitching game 1 for Detroit, I'm sure. That's going to be wild. Dodgers, Reds, sort of the battle of the team that is too good to be a wild card team. Why are you even playing? Versus a Reds team saying, how did we sneak in? The Reds finished, folks, just so you know, that a record of 83-79 was good enough to get into the playoffs somewhere this year. 83-79 is all it took for the Reds to get in. And that's 2 wins more than a 500 record. That's all it takes. Over the course of 162 games, play 2 games better than even, and you get in. And if that doesn't underline just how bad this Orioles team, again, the players have their own level of responsibility to share in this, but like with anything else, folks, the buck stops at the top and trickles its way on down. And this season for us has provided enough evidence for me to feel like I'm in the right to criticize the front office. Honestly, the biggest, I think it's easy to say, well, the biggest mistake we made was the player acquisitions. Why did we get Tyler O'Neill? Why didn't we go out and get a frontline starter? Why didn't we know Trevor Rogers was he what? Why didn't we know Trevor Rogers was what he was earlier? Seems like bad evaluation, but my thing is, I think the biggest mistake, above all of that, above player personnel, is assembling a very inexperienced coaching staff. And you look at how this team performed, and you look at the inexperience of this coaching staff, and you look at some of the areas where the Orioles were one of the better teams as far as team leaders in certain categories and how we've dropped off. How do you not put the onus of the blame on the coaching staff, which then trickles again back up to the front office? They put that staff together. They didn't just randomly show up. Cody Ashley didn't just randomly become the hitting coach. That was a decision, and it was a bad one. And I'll tell you a worse decision. 2 months into the season, when, we dug ourselves a hole maybe too deep to climb out of, but the fact of the matter is, 2 months into the season, Brandon Hyde is getting the axe, and Mike Elias says, for some reason, Mike Elias wants the public to know that all other coaches on this staff, their jobs are safe for the remainder of the year. Why would you say that? What point is there of saying that? I know the answer. I'm trying to wonder, and as Mike Elias, what were you thinking in saying that? We know what you mean. You are trying to you're trying to wash over this terrible management of this team. You want to put all the blame on Hyde, and since you're the one that put all these inexperienced coaches together, you can't get rid of them because that makes you look like you did something bad. Well, guess what, Mike? You still look bad because you might be able to trick, those fringe fans that don't really pay close attention to what's going on, but you're not tricking me. Yeah. Major mistake to not only fill the entire coaching staff with inexperience. And by the way, when he went out and brought in John Mabry, that was another indication that you screwed up. He went out and got somebody with some experience to help Tony and the rest of this coaching staff make some better decisions and maybe learn a few things. Why would you need to do that unless you made the mistake of assembling an inexperienced staff? So why aren't you held accountable? You got promoted to president. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But I also know there's not much I can do about it. I have a platform. I can talk about it. People can agree or disagree, tell me to shut up. Whatevs. I don't think my words are going to have a whole lot of impact on what the Orioles do, though. But I'm going to let you know. It's just a shame because, look, there's so many things I want to sneak in here. By the way, I just saw a Super Chat sticker thing. I didn't miss one, did I? Okay. All right, again. Tony Mansolino, Brandon Hyde, Mike Elias, the coaching staff, everybody. I don't hate any of these guys. I'm not necessarily even angry. I'm frustrated. All right, maybe I am a little bit angry. But what's the point I wanted to make? I don't know. Just you have to be a little self-aware. Because if you are a Mike Elias and you basically are calling the shots now, nobody is going. If they're going to promote you as president now, then your job is safe next year, right? If they're willing to promote you after a season like this, then you're not going anywhere for a while. But at least, if you're not going to be able to publicly own up to the mistakes that you've made here in the past season and a half, would you at least maybe do a self-audit and understand where things went wrong? Maybe there's certain areas of being in charge that you need some help with. Maybe go out there and find a couple of other minds to bounce some ideas off of, get some feedback. I don't know. But the culture needs to change for this team. I don't see how you can just add another bat, add another arm, strengthen the bullpen, and leave the coaching and front office stuff alone and think that's going to fix. I don't think so. We need certain kinds of personalities brought into the mix to make up for what we're lacking. And right now, number one is leadership and maybe even a little bit of discipline. Gunnar Henderson and his moping around after popping out. I don't want to see that anymore next year. Regardless, even if we start the season 15-0 and he's happy, I don't give him a break in Game 16 for going 0 for 4 and going back to looking all mopey at the plate. Just knock it off. We need to remember what it was like to have chemistry on this team. It wasn't that long ago. And a lot of the players that were part of that chemistry are still there, and they're still young. So as quickly as things sort of unraveled, which All-Star break last year, and then I would say, it peaked by the time Hyde got fired. And we're just trying to tread water until this offseason after that. I hope this is rock bottom for us in terms of this window of opportunity. I hope that we can turn this thing around because, 101 wins, 91 wins, down to 76 with a team that isn't old, isn't past their prime. This team should be getting better. We need a little help on our side. Oh, may I mention one more thing? Training staff, medical staff, anybody having anything to do with keeping these players healthy, please go find somebody better, because I don't think we can do worse than whatever this is. I can't chalk this up to just bad luck. There's been too many injuries, and a lot of them lingered longer than were reported initially. A lot of just missed playing time when you add it all up. And I'm sick of it. So let's address that too. All right? We got so much to work on. So much to work on. And yet again, folks, like I said, the Reds are playing postseason baseball after an 83-win season. Do you think the Reds and their fans from late March all the way up till yesterday were going themselves, yep, we're flexing. We're playoff bound. We're ready to rock in October? No. It's been a rocky boat season for the Reds, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, 83 wins gets them in. I'm sorry, but if you can't win 83 wins, if you can't get 83 wins from a team like ours, then, yeah, you got to start looking beyond the players at who's screwing up around here. All right, I'm beginning to repeat myself. I think it's time to get out of here. The sun will be up in about half an hour. And, I'm going to check over here one more time just to be sure I don't miss anybody to say thanks to on the Ko-Fi side of the page. Okay, everything looks caught up there. So let me say a big thank you right now. Where am I? Am I on the right? Okay. Folks, where do I begin with the thanks? I kind of went over it a lot, but just to wrap things up, I want to thank everybody for being here throughout this season, and I hope you will at least give a chance to some of the content that I have planned in the winter. I don't expect regular turnouts from what I'm doing. Some of you might really like it, though. Some of you might enjoy tuning in on a nightly basis to the goofy stuff I've got planned involving the Orioles in a video game and me taking over for Mike Elias. That's not happening until after the World Series is over. We still got some play-by-play baseball here for the next month. I am leaving the country for a couple of days in the middle of the month, so I'll miss a game or two, probably the first couple of games of the championship series. Other than that, it will be Padres versus Cubs wild card round starting on Tuesday. For the division round, I am jumping on the Mariner bandwagon, and they will be playing. Well, we should know that now too. The Mariners are going to play the winner of Red Sox Yankees or Guardians Tigers. I need that bracket back. Hold on. That's one more thing I want to know before I get out of here. What is the bracket for which matchup gets the Mariners? Anybody know? Give me the bracket. Darn it. I just want to know what their potential matchup is going to be. They play the winner of Cleveland and Detroit. Okay, so guess what, folks? I don't have to put up with the Yankees if they move on. So, yeah, I got it right here. Okay, so everything's set. There you go. Guardians and Tigers play the Mariners. Boston, New York get the Blue Jays. Reds, Dodgers get the Phillies. And then Padres, Cubs get the Brewers. Wow. Hey, Pocket Watch. How you doing, buddy? Yep. You're lucky because most post games I'm already off the air, but it's the final game of the season. Are we just 4 likes away from 100? Well, I might just have to put my foot down then and keep streaming until we get to 100 likes because it's the last game of the season for the Orioles. And I'm not going to sit here and sign off when I'm this close to hitting triple digit likes. Come on now. How you doing, Pocket? I was just looking at the postseason bracket here. So yeah, wild card round Tuesday, Wednesday, Cubs versus Padres, and then probably this weekend we'll start the division series. I say this weekend, next weekend. Division round with the Mariners hosting the winner of the Tigers and the Guardians. That should be interesting. I'm happy. I'm happy that the AL East is all in one bracket and then everybody else is in the other bracket. Because I want the Mariners to go far, and I think they've got a better chance to go far with this setup. Oh, yes, the Ravens. I forgot. The NFL is on as well. Man, if you guys are still here, you guys are the best. The Chiefs are up by 2 touchdowns with halfway through the third quarter. All right, it's not over. It's not over. You score, you stop them, you score, you're tied. Right? Football's a weird sport. Those score lines can trick you into thinking a game is over when it's really not. Anyway, that's it. I think that's it. Those are all the things. I think those are all the things. Wow, folks. 3 more. Oh, that's right. I'm milking the like button. How about everybody say one more fond farewell to the hat? Because the hat is about to hibernate and build up some Orioles magic for 2026. The hat, you did provide some magic this season, my friend. You did provide some magic. And you messed up my perfect hair. But honestly, the hat, what happened, man? What do we need to do? We need to bring in something else? Another charm to help us? You know any spells? You know any good spells, the hat? What do I need? A little eye of newt? A little hair of the dog that bit you? Come on, folks. The hat is going to be hung up until pitchers and catchers report in 2026. I can't believe it, folks. Hey, now I am definitely riding the clock because I'm hungry. I'd like to go downstairs and get an early breakfast. We need 2 likes. Well, the good news is those will probably happen post-stream. There will be people watching football that come back to check out the stream and hit the like button, I'm sure. But it looks like the folks that have remained want to be here for the moment. It's our final feeling of victory, folks. Folks, if you're here, there's only a few dozen of you, but if you're here right now and you have not hit the like button, now is the time. Hey, do you want me to cheat? I'll cheat. I'll hit the like button from my own account. I never do this because if you have to like your own stream, you're probably needing to hang it up. But yeah, I just hit my own like. We're closer. Are we 1 away? Oh, and my sub count disappeared. What happened there? Probably for the best. Let's see. 3560. Well, folks, so there you go. You want to know how many subscribers I got last year? 2,400. This year, 1,100. Not even half. Not even half. I spend season 2 thinking of how to upgrade the channel, make it even more enticing for more people, when I really would have just been happy with the same amount of people in terms of growth. And what happens? Went backwards. Life's tough. What are you going to do? But here's the deal. If we only got about 1,100 this season, and we need 1,400 next season to get to 5K, you bet your ass we better get it. I don't want anything less than 5. In fact, 5K way before game 162. I mean, we gotta get on the verge of 5K by the All-Star break. And if this team starts winning, I think that's about where we'll get. Everybody wants to tell me it's not me, but there's some things I've been doing in season 2 that I did not do in season 1. One is smoking on camera. I was even smoking special Luckies while those were allowed early in the season. 2, I've done more cursing than I did in the first season. I've just kind of let the natural me more out. And I think that's a result, again, of making a decision about the way the season was going and how am I going to keep these people around and make this enjoyable. Well, I felt the best thing to do was to maybe, take the formalities away and just, be a real person, which is like, hey, we're not doing well, so I'm in the mood to drop a 4-letter word. Or we're not doing well, and I'm jonesing for some nicotine, so I'm going to enjoy a Lucky while I watch this team. And I feel like that maybe, maybe you can identify with that. Because what's your alternative? You got your corporate broadcast baseball. If you want safe calls, nice and safe. If you want to hear Kevin Brown, no offense to Kevin Brown, but if you want to hear Kevin Brown call a game like we're on an 8-game win streak, the same way he calls it like we're on an 8-game losing streak, then that's the place for you. If you want to hear a guy sound like a team that's on an 8-game losing streak, then I'm your guy, because you get an honest reaction to whatever the hell's going on, all right? That's what this is about. All right, I've done enough yapping, and I think we got to 100. Did we get there? We got there? Great. How about that, folks? Talk about working for it. I'm taking what I'm giving because I'm working for a living. All right. Let me say thank you to my mods first and foremost as I'm signing off this final Oriole game in 2025. The mods, you guys have been great. I do plan on giving you guys a little bit of help for the next season. Take a little bit of the load off. But trust me, if the team were doing better and the channel were growing more, I would have already done that this season. But the way things kind of went, I think we kind of had the right roster already in place. But thanks again to the mods. Folks, if you're still here, give the mods a big thank you. They put a lot of time and effort into helping this channel out as well, especially when I have to talk to them in private about all of my personal demons. They give me some kind words of advice. They make me feel better. Thank you to the mods. Thanks to all the folks that have donated to this channel today and throughout the season, monetarily speaking. Again, just so you know, it's something I'm not comfortable kind of peddling. I kind of have to joke about it in order to get over the uncomfortableness of it because, ideally, I would love for the channel to just organically grow and kind of the revenue of the channel grow in a way where I don't have to bring it up. But as you guys have said, it's been a tough season for the team, and it's had an impact on the channel, and you guys helping out to carry, to sort of smooth over the season in terms of, revenue for the channel. It helped tremendously. It really did. So thank you all for that. Thanks to Annie. Annie, we didn't see today, but if anyone deserves a day off, it's Annie. Annie would pop in here. We played 162 games. She must have popped in here 150 times, dropping off magic memberships to random lucky recipients in the Charm City chat. Thanks to Andrea for her ongoing support. She's a good egg. She misses me on my old channel doing comedy. And I hope that the comedy angle of the content I have coming up this winter will get folks like Annie back in on this channel. Because, yeah, we're going to be playing video games. It's going to be about baseball. But I want to have some laughs. I want to talk about a bunch of dumb stuff and goof off. I hope you'll join me. Who else to thank? I want to thank the other play-by-play YouTubers out there that have helped me grow the channel, promote the channel, give me advice. I don't want to name all the names because then I will run the risk of forgetting one and making them feel like I was, So all of them, okay? All of them. You know who they are, but all of them, okay? What else? Yeah, that's about it. I tell you what, do me a favor. Am I talking to like 10 people? Wow, 33. Okay. To you 33 remaining people, or for anyone who might watch this later, do me a favor. Join my Discord, first of all. Has a link been dropped in today for the Discord, folks? Kind of a late one here. But here's the... is this it? All right, thank you, Janet. Get into the Discord and, kind of keep tuned in with everything going on with the Orioles over there in the offseason. But as well, please consider offering up any advice or suggestions you have regarding the channel and its growth. I know Pocket Watch had talked to me about having some discussions about how to help out the channel. Pocket Watch, if you're listening, that is absolutely something I want to do. It's just a matter of agreeing upon a time to talk about it. Let's take a little break here. Obviously, tomorrow I'm going to do nothing. But anybody else, if you do have suggestions, if there's stuff you want to see or stuff maybe you don't like seeing that's around, don't hesitate. Don't feel bad. If you want to set up a weird screen name for the Discord where I don't know who you are, if you want to tell me something that's sensitive and you don't want to be identified, you got a way to do it. But, folks, I want you to treat me the same way that I treat you, which is just be honest, be transparent. If I've got to, take my medicine and, swallow my pride and understand maybe there's a thing or two I'm not doing right, I will listen. I will listen to the feedback. I won't always follow it, but I will listen to it. I can take it under consideration. I need to hear more voices than my own to know that I'm on the right track. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, I am done. Officially done. That's it. All right? Everybody, thank you so much. And, hey, only appropriate that I end this with a little tune. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But when I see you, the Orioles will win. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But come on back. Folks, this has been the BirdWatcher. And I need to send you somewhere. I was about to do my great sign-off. I had it perfectly lined up. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Let me do somebody a favor. Let's see. Do. Chaotic 4-game Sunday? What are you even trying? You have one person watching, dude. You're covering 4 games at once, and one person is watching. I think you need to figure out and prioritize something there, my friend. Meanwhile, my boy Rising Rhino is crushing it. Rhino, it just has to be said, folks, when this baseball season started, Rhino had already had his channel going at least a year before me. At least a year. And when last season for baseball ended, I had passed up his channel by about 1,000 subscribers. But now he's crushing it, and he is on the verge of passing me. I'm happy for him. He grinds. This guy covers, on average, probably about 6 hours of sports streaming every single day. Sometimes he'll do 4 games in a day. He's nuts. Right now, he's covering the Rams and the Colts. They're tied at 20. Looks like a fun game to check out. So that'll be where I'll take you. Tell Rhino I said, hey. Looks like he just hit 3,500. I mean, folks, he's literally caught up to me. He has literally caught up to me. He could pass me, like, within the next hour. He's on 3,520 something. I'm on 3,560 something. So go on over there, and I'll say hi there in a minute. Until then, folks, this has been the BirdWatcher. The Orioles season has ended in a 2-2 tie. We refused to end, I guess. So we'll just pick it up in February when pitchers and catchers report. But don't worry, plenty of content coming up until then, starting with playoff baseball on Tuesday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Padres and Cubs. Hope to see you there. Have a good rest of your Sunday, folks. Bless you, and take care. See you soon.